Chapter 2701 Try the road. My cultivation base has reached the current limit now, which path should I take? Yi Tian muttered. He clearly abandoned the third path, that is, there are only the two paths of awakening the origin of the other side and breaking the boundaries of the origin. But both paths have their flaws. He has always pursued perfection, and naturally wants to take a perfect path. Maybe I can try to create a brand new road, combining the first road and the second road. Yi Tian thought to himself. If it is studied in this way, it is definitely very dangerous, but he can use one copy of the body to study. However, he had to understand these two paths first, and he had to go through both of them before conducting research. Then, Yi Tian first collected a formula of a secret medicine, and saw how these secret medicines could help him to complete the awakening of the ancestral body of the other shore, so that he could conduct research. Subsequently, he just started doing it. And the secret medicine is very precious, especially the awakening secret medicine formula with few defects, it is even more rare. But, Yi Tian is just researching, and he doesn't need to care about the life and death of the cloned body and the sequelae, even if it is a very flawed secret medicine formula, he needs it. Therefore, he doesn't care about the flaws and sequelae of the awakening secret medicine, and he can easily trade it. This day, Yi Tian traded an awakening secret medicine in the hands of a primordial upper realm overlord, called the Magic Flame Secret Medicine. This secret medicine is very spicy, with only a 1/20th success rate, and it is only the first once used, the effect is the best. If you use it later, the effect will become more and more spicy, and the injury to the body is also very terrifying. Even if the first awakening of the ancestral body of the other shore is completed with this Magic Flame Secret Medicine, it will be extremely difficult to complete the second awakening in the future, and it may stay at the level of the first awakening for the rest of his life. So, the Magic Flame Medicine is called the most rubbish secret medicine. Many Origin Upper Realm overlords have formulas in their hands, and they are mostly used for research, but they dare not actually configure the Magic Flame Secret Medicine and take it by themselves to break through the awakening. Ruin your own past. In doing so, it is better to choose the third way. That is, Yi Tian didn't care about copying his body, so he dared to use the Magic Flame Secret Medicine. The resources needed for this kind of secret medicine are not too rare. Yi Tian muttered. In these years, he has found a lot of resources, and the resources and materials on his body are innumerable, and he happens to have all the materials he needs. Afterwards, he began to use these resources to refine the Magic Flame Secret Medicine. Even if it is a very spicy Magic Flame medicine, it is not easy to refine it successfully. Yi Tian refining for the first time failed, and then began refining for the second time. As a result, it failed again. Then, he refined it time and time again, and finally, on the fourth time, he successfully refined a Magic Flame Secret Medicine. Successful, but one Magic Flame Secret Medicine is definitely not enough, you must prepare more Magic Flame Secret Medicine. So, he refines again and again, and the refining level is getting better and better. Gradually, there were more and more Magic Flame medicines on his body. Finally, he collected dozens of Magic Flame medicines. It's time for the awakening and cultivation of the other shore's origin ancestor. He took out a Magic Flame medicine, then swallowed it in one mouthful, running the body of reincarnation to absorb the energy of the Magic Flame medicine. Boom! Countless energies poured into the body of Samsara Ocean, and his body also experienced unimaginable pain, as if his whole body was about to be torn into countless pieces. It really hurts. Yi Tian still forcibly held back without making a sound. With the passage of time, apart from pain, the body of Samsara Ocean has not changed at all. Obviously, his awakening failed. But this replica body is already riddled with holes, and more importantly, the foundation of this replica body is seriously damaged, and the reincarnation clear sky body also has many problems, and its power is far less than before. The damage to this replica body is too severe to even repair. It was only then that he understood how great the flaws of this Phantom Flame secret medicine were. If it was used by other Origin Upper Realm overlords, it would be considered useless for a lifetime. Subsequently, he continued to change to a duplicate body, and then took the Magic Flame medicine. As a result, this time it was still a failure. He is not in a hurry, he uses the cloned body to take the Magic Flame secret medicine to make breakthroughs again and again, and every time he fails, he will summarize some experience for him. On the 26th time, Yi Tian had better luck and finally succeeded. Boom! Yi Tian's copy body began to transform. Strictly speaking, the body of reincarnation Hoshin began to change. A powerful energy was generated in the depths of Haoshen's body, and an incomparably terrifying real body of samsara appeared behind him. Legal phase. Fortunately, he was already prepared. He tried in the ruins of reincarnation, and blocked the void with a formation so that he would not be discovered. If you try to break through on Fengya Island, such movements will definitely be discovered, and it will be difficult to study at that time. Now, he was immersed in the first awakening of the body of samsara Haoshen, constantly comprehending, and gradually understood more and more about awakening. Before, no matter how much he listened to the experience of other origin upper realm overlords and inquired about relevant information, it would not be as good as the experience that he had personally broken through. So this is the awakening of the origin. At this moment, the body of reincarnation Haoshen after awakening is absorbing the source of the other side, making the body stronger and stronger, but the source of the other side is getting weaker and weaker. In the end, half of the origin of the other side was absorbed by the body of samsara Haoshen. It's only once Li Hao that the origin of the other side is awakened, and the origin of the other side is consumed by half. If it is awakened once or twice, the origin of the other side will be completely shattered and integrated into the ancestor of the other side. Yi Tian thought to himself. Therefore, once this path is taken, the source of the other shore will be difficult to preserve. In the following years, he carefully realized the reincarnation Haoshen body after awakening, and became more and more aware of this awakening. After, he directly annihilated this duplicate body. If he really wanted to duplicate it, he could duplicate it at any time. After that, he was ready to try the second path, thus breaking the boundaries for the first time in the origin of the other side. However, it is more difficult to break the boundary of the origin of the other side. It is more difficult to create a method, or to develop a special secret medicine to break the boundary, but the secret medicine that can break the boundary of the origin of the other side is extremely rare. Breakthrough. Chapter 2702 Three Roads are the balance. Yi Tian joined the Xuanyan Society, and he could communicate with the overlords of the origin and upper realm of the Xuanyan Society, and gain some experience in creating his own methods to break the boundaries of the origin of the other side from their mouths. This day, Yi Tian communicated with Yan Zhu on Taoism. Lord of Endless, do you want to take the road of breaking the boundaries of the origin of the other side? Yan Zhu asked. Just want to know, Yi Tian said with a smile. Yan Zhu smiled and said, if you take the road of awakening, it will consume too much resources. Not only do you need secret medicine formulas, but you also have to buy various secret medicines. Some secret medicines have serious sequelae, and your future will be broken if you are not careful. Go. The road to breaking the boundaries of the origin of the other side is much more difficult, but it does not require too many resources, and can rely on self-created methods to break through. If the talent is high enough, the chance of becoming a more powerful origin upper realm overlord is even greater. It is also the road of breaking the origin of the other side, but so far it has only broken the boundary of the origin of the other side 3 times. During the discussion with Yan Zhu, Yi Tian learned more and more about the second path. Gradually, he had a little insight. After going back, he began to study the second path by himself, and let his replica body be used as a test item for research again and again. But it has to be said that it is indeed very difficult to create a method to break the boundaries of the origin of the other side. Even if Yi Tian could replicate his body research again and again, it would not be possible to do it in a short period of time. Years passed, and in the blink of an eye, hundreds of thousands of primordial era passed. At this time, he found himself researching the wrong direction. The research route of each origin upper realm overlord is different, others may not be suitable for him, and what he cultivates is the reincarnation clear sky body. Even if he follows the path of the origin of the other side, he will conflict with the origin of the other side. However, he broke through with the body of samsara Haoshen, and the source of the other side also became the source of samsara Haoshen. In fact, he had to let the origin of samsara Haoshen break the boundary, so he had to involve the method of samsara Haoshen, which also involved the golden text of samsara. Therefore, he must use the golden text of reincarnation to create his own method to break the boundaries of the origin of reincarnation. So, he changed the research direction and started to use the golden text of reincarnation to create a similar method to help himself break the boundaries of the origin of the reincarnation. After changing direction, he gradually came to a realization that even if he could not create success in a short time, at least he saw hope. One after another, CJFJ, a primeval era has passed. Time flies. After more than 6 million primeval era years have passed. This day, Yi Tian finally succeeded in creating a method. This method would help to break the first boundary of the origin of samsara Haoshen. Let's start. Yi Tian runs this unknown method and makes a breakthrough. An incomparably huge golden plate of reincarnation was condensed around Yi Tian, and he sat in the center of the golden plate of reincarnation. Boom. The source ocean on the other side is slowly being compressed, the source of reincarnation ocean is being compressed, and the energy is compressed wildly, resulting in a qualitative transformation. I don't know how long has passed, the huge source of reincarnation ocean has been compressed into a ball that cannot be described in words. At this moment, he has broken the first boundary, and the source of the other side has undergone a qualitative change. At the same time, Yi Tian's other side origin ancestor body was also suppressed, and his whole body's strength was almost condensed in the qualitatively changed samsara ocean origin. This kind of origin is very domineering, and it absorbs any energy crazily. In the future, he will not think about improving the origin of the other side under this circumstance. After Yi Tian broke through, he began to study the origin of the clear sky of samsara after breaking the boundary. It was different from the origin of the clear sky of samsara before, and had undergone an essential transformation. He spent hundreds of thousands of years of research on the primordial era, and gradually he had a sufficient understanding of the origin of the reincarnation ocean after the transformation. But this is just the beginning of the research. If he wants to walk out a brand new path, he has to study the two paths slowly. So, he duplicated another duplicate body that walked the path of awakening, combined with this duplicate body that walked the boundary of the origin of the other side, and studied the two duplicate bodies together, trying again and again, to see if he could find a way to allow the two to coexist. However, research after research has made the replica body extremely damaged. However, he never gave up. He didn't believe that there was no way to awaken the body of reincarnation ocean, and at the same time let the origin of the other shore break the boundaries. However, he had to find a balance. However, after millions of primeval era years, he has not found that balance. Take the body of samsara ocean and the source of samsara ocean as two lines. These two lines can't be stabilized if they move casually. You have to add a line to form a triangle. Only then can you stabilize. Yi Tian thought to himself. He only thought of this question now, so if he finds a balance, he must use a third power. And what is the third force? Yi Tian quickly thought of the power of the will of the origin realm. The power of the will of the original state does not affect the first and second paths, but only affects the third path. So, he still thought wrong before, he could not take the third path, but he had to rely on the will of the original state of the third path. That is, he had to break the limit of the will of the original state and add the will of the original state to it as a balance, the third force. To break the limit of the will of the original state is to sublimate the will of the original state, but it does not need to be integrated into the origin of the eternal land. And how to sublimate the will of the origin realm? There is also a way to the other side of eternity. The easiest way is to find some extremely rare resources, and after refining them, force the will of the origin realm to sublimate. The second method is to use a special secret medicine to sublimate the will of the origin realm. It's too. Yi Tian doesn't know how to obtain that rare resource for the time being, but the secret medicine with great flaws can still be obtained, but that secret medicine is very harmful to the will of the origin realm. It is very difficult to improve. But, Yi Tian is only used for research, naturally he doesn't care. So, he only spent a small price to buy this secret medicine formula, and then refined a kind of secret medicine of the will of the primordial realm. After that, he used this secret medicine to sublimate the will of the origin realm. Chapter 2703 Balance Success, Breakthrough. Yi Tian swallowed these secret medicines, and the will of the origin realm began to gradually sublimate. However, he also found that his origin realm will seems to be mixed with inexplicable things, which makes the origin realm will become impure, but as long as the sublimation is successful, it is enough. Yi Tian made all copies of the body separate, and did not share power with each other. Therefore, the replica bodies do not interfere with each other. With the passage of time, Yi Tian's will of the original state of copying his body finally sublimated, breaking the will of the original state. If he chooses to leave the flesh, the will of the origin can be integrated into the origin of the eternal land and become a Taoist ancestor. However, he won't do it. Now, my origin realm will has been sublimated, breaking the boundaries, and I can carry out the next step of research, combining the reincarnation clear sky body, the reincarnation clear sky origin, and the origin realm will combine the three aspects to find the balance point. 1. Yi Tian works hard for this. But if you want to study successfully, it is very difficult. However, Yi Tian is still going to spend a long time to study. He is not afraid of wasting time. As long as there is gain and hope, he is ready to continue to study. Years go by. One immemorial era has passed. Before you know it, 10 million primordial era years have passed. Yi Tian did not choose to give up after studying for such a long time, because he did gain something, and the gain was not small, and he successfully saw hope. The body of samsara clear sky, the origin of samsara clear sky, and the will to break the boundaries of the origin can indeed form a balance. I maintained a balance for a moment before, but if I want to completely stabilize the balance, I need a kind of material to stabilize. He is going to look for this substance, and then create a method, with a unique secret medicine, so as to complete the balance. Then, in the following days, Yi Tian walked all over the land of the other side of eternity, and was constantly looking for this substance in the ruins of reincarnation, but it was obviously difficult to find this substance, and he needed enough patience. Ruins of reincarnation, in a dark fragment of the earth. Yi Tian came here unintentionally, and he had no hope for this place, but he still walked slowly, looking for substances that were useful for stable balance. Suddenly, he saw a piece of soil. This piece of soil exudes a strange smell, it seems very extraordinary. He walked over, grabbed some soil, and pulled out a black substance from it. This substance, when he saw this black substance, he seemed to have some sense, and it seemed that this thing was useful to him. Then, he took these substances and began to study to see if it would be useful for him to stabilize his balance. After a while, really useful, Yi Tian was excited. But this substance alone is not enough, and some material resources are needed, and a unique secret medicine can be refined with this substance. It will take a long time to study, but at least there is hope. Any path or secret medicine requires the sacrifice and research of many origin upper realm overlords before the research can be successful, and most of them have flaws. How can it be so easy to research the perfect path? Yi Tian muttered. Subsequently, Yi Tian continued to study. Anyway, there are a lot of black substances of this kind, and there is no shortage of them. He can study with confidence and waste with confidence. In this way, hundreds of thousands of primordial era years have passed. This day, Yi Tian used this black substance and various resource materials to create a first version secret medicine. This secret medicine can maintain a long-term balance, but it still has flaws that will damage the foundation. Then, he still needs to improve again. Of course, he has succeeded at least the first step now, and it will definitely be much easier later. In this way, millions of primordial era years have passed. This time, the secret medicine he created was perfect, using a lot of incomparably precious resources. Its value was unimaginable. The secret medicine created this time can successfully stabilize and balance, and the method he created is about to succeed. This method can make his body of samsara Haoshan source of samsara and the will of the original realm fused together, and turned into a brand new power. This kind of power can make him progress on all three paths, restricted. Another 6 million years have passed. At this time, Yi Tian has completely created this method, and it is extremely perfect. As for the secret medicine, it has been further perfected. Ask for flowers. It can be said that Yi Tian has completely researched the fourth path. Next, it's time to verify. The next breakthrough will start. Yi Tian took out the secret medicine. The Chinese secret medicine is called the three-source secret medicine. It can maintain balance and assist the effect of sudden bursts. If you want to make a breakthrough, the rate is still not high. However, he also didn't want to spend hundreds of millions of years in the primordial era to research resources with better success rates. It would be a waste of time. Even if the success rate is not high, as long as you try again and again, there must be a breakthrough. That is enough. Soon, Yi Tian started the first shock. The three powers gradually merged with the help of the three origin secret medicine, and then began to break through the shackles of boundaries. The body of reincarnation Haoshan successfully awakened, but the source of the other side did not break the boundary in time, resulting in the balance being broken and the first practice failure. Subsequently, he made another copy of the body and began to break through for the second time. But the second time still failed. That is, constipation medicine can stabilize and balance, but the success rate is too low, so the difficulty of breaking through is more than 100 times more difficult than that of other origin upper realm overlords. 3 times, plus X, 20 times, Yi Tian failed again and again, but each failure brought him closer to the next success. Years passed, and after a long time, Yi Tian had already started the 100th attempt. After failing so many times, resources have been consumed a lot. Fortunately, he has been searching for resources for a long time and has collected a large amount of resources, otherwise he would really not be able to hold on. 162 attempts. This time, the body of Samsara Ocean, the source of Samsara Ocean, and the will of the origin realm all broke through at the same time, and with the help of the three-source secret medicine, these three forces fused together and have always been in a state of balance. Soon, a special power was born, causing Yi Tian's body, origin and will to soar without conflict. This special power was named by Yi Tian as the power of reincarnation balance. This is the first time to break through. If the number of breakthroughs increases, more and more power will be merged. After 9 times, all the power will definitely be transformed into one, and the strength will be extremely terrifying. Corpse. Chapter 2704 Inform. Time flies. Yi Tian's aura has been becoming stronger, he has not completely broken through, and his body is still transforming. After a long time, this transformation process really ended. Finally the breakthrough is complete. Yi Tian said excitedly. And his breakthrough this time is very perfect, without causing any damage to the body. It is definitely the most perfect breakthrough. The foundation and potential of his body have reached the limit, and the future potential is unlimited. This is the first awakening of the body of reincarnation clear sky, the origin of the other shore has broken the first boundary, the will of the origin realm has been sublimated for the first time, and with my current strength, I can directly smash the source who has just awakened or has just broken the first boundary. Upper realm overlord. Yi Tian muttered. However, he didn't know how much his strength really reached. At this realm, there is no specific standard of 4, 5, 3, after all, he has just opened up the fourth path. Now, he was considering a question, whether to announce the fourth road. For example, in the Xuanyan society, he also made a vow of origin. If it is not announced, it will have an impact on his own cultivation in the future. It still has to be announced. After all, I can walk out of the fourth path. The materials and information given by Xuanyan will also play a big role. Without these shared information, I can't understand so much. 1 inch. As soon as Yi Tian thought of this, he summoned those origin upper realm overlords of the Xuanyan society. Certainly, he also felt that even if others knew the fourth path, it would be difficult to break through with the fourth path. First of all, he will not sell the three-source secret medicine formula, only some secret medicines, so others who want to take the third way and can only buy from him will have to pay a huge price. In addition, even if there is a secret medicine, it has to fail many times. Others have not duplicated their bodies again and again, but they cannot withstand repeated injuries. Town Tianji City. Yan Zhu received a notification from Yi Tian. The Infinite Lord has called us for a meeting, is there something important to announce? Yan Zhu was a little puzzled. However, she must have to go. Somewhere in the middle, Yi Tian summoned other members of the Xuanyan society to the scene. As for whether they would all come, he did not know. Soon, Ancestor Smoke is here. In addition to Yan Zhu, there are several other origin upper realm overlords, but there are still a few who haven't come, maybe they are in retreat, and they don't think Yi Tian has any major events, so they didn't come. Lord of Endless, what's the matter of calling us this time? Yan Zhu asked. Yi Tian was almost at the scene, and the others estimated that they would not come back for the time being, so they directly announced the start of the meeting. Everyone, I invite you to come, I found the fourth way. Yi Tian said. The fourth path. Ancestor Yan frowned. Lord of Endless, what is the fourth path? You shouldn't be talking about the fourth path that the origin upper realm overlord will break through. Yes, Yi Tian nodded in response. Are you kidding? Yan Zhu was shocked, and several other origin upper realm overlords also showed incredible expressions. How is this possible? How long did it take for Yi Tian to break through to become the overlord of the primordial upper realm before he found the fourth path? Seeing a few people who didn't believe it, Yi Tian directly showed his breath. Boom! Yi Tian's body was filled with the aura of the awakening of the body of Samsara clear sky, the aura of the origin of Samsara clear sky breaking the first boundary, and the aura after the sublimation of the will of the origin realm. The three auras were perfectly fused together. This power far surpassed the aura of the first awakening of the origin of the ancestral body on the other side. Seeing this, Yan Zhu and the others had to believe it. Lord of the Endless, how did you do it? Yan Zhu asked in shock. Yi Tian briefly talked about his breakthrough ideas. Ancestor Yan said in surprise, Lord of the Endless, your theory was mentioned by the overlord of the primordial upper realm, but it was too difficult. You couldn't do it at all, so you gave up. I didn't expect you to actually research it. Immediately, they began to ask how to break through. If you know the theory, you will know it. Without the relevant inheritance, other origin upper realm overlords can't learn it. Everyone, this is the Dharma door that I created, I'll call it the Dharma door of 3 reincarnations. Yi Tian took out the 3-turn reincarnation method. He was not stingy, and directly passed the 3-turn reincarnation method to the overlords of the primordial upper realm present. Soon, when the inheritance of the ancestors ended, I couldn't help but be shocked. Lord of Endless, you are really amazing. In such a short period of time, you have developed such a mysterious method, but this method is only suitable for your ancestral body, the reincarnation clear sky body. For other ancestral bodies on the other side, it is impossible to copy and cultivate, and it can only be used as a reference. Yi Tian nodded. Yes, the 3-turn reincarnation method is only suitable for me, but you can refer to him for reference, create your own method, and cooperate with my secret medicine, the 3-source secret medicine. You can still break through, but the success rate of breakthrough is very low. Create your own door. Ancestor Yan felt that it was very difficult. Even if he had the 3-turn reincarnation method as a reference, he still had to spend endless years to study it, and he might not be able to create it. This is even more difficult than the self-created method of taking the second path. Is it true that the overlord of the primordial upper realm can create success? There are also 3 sources of secret medicine. Lord of Endless, can you tell us the formula of the 3 origin secret medicine? A origin upper realm overlord asked. At this time, Yi Tian said indifferently, everyone, the purpose of the Xuanyan Society is to exchange research paths, but I didn't say that the secret medicines created by you should also be handed over, and the secret medicines you created were not given to me. The Endless Lord is joking, we don't need to contribute the secret medicine formula. Yan Zhu said quickly. Subsequently, several others began to ask for advice, and Yi Tian also gave instructions step by step, but did not reveal much. These origin overlords want to fully understand the 4th path in 5.9, go and study it yourself. Anyway, he has given his own method and some experience, which is already kind enough. Soon, the Endless Lord Yi Tian created the 4th path, and the news of the successful breakthrough came. If it is an ordinary 4th path, that's all, but the 4th path that Yi Tian has researched is a combination of the first 3 paths, which is the most perfect way to break through, and it is also the kind of breakthrough that many origin upper realm overlords want most. For a time, there were quite a few origin upper realm overlords who wanted this kind of breakthrough. As a result, many people began to want to obtain inheritance from Yi Tian or Xuanyan Wei. And Ancestor Yan also knew that Zan Yan would not be able to keep the inheritance, and after discussing with Yi Tian, he decided to sell it, and he also sold part of the 3 origin secret medicine. To this end, they decided to open a simple auction. Chapter 2705 Yi Tian and #039, S Strength. Yi Tian was going to build a city on an island in the Source Haihei River as the venue for this auction. He will not go to the central part. Those who want to inherit the 4th path must come here. Even if he is placed in the east, those origin upper realm overlords will come over. Soon, the island has been chosen and the city has been built. This day, one after another, the overlords of the origin upper realm have come, and their scale is second only to the last trade fair. And it was Yi Tian and Xuanyanwei who presided over this auction. Soon, the overlord of the origin upper realm is almost here. The auction has also started. At the meeting, a group of origin upper realm overlords sat below. Yi Tian appeared and said, everyone, I am the Infinity Lord, the 4th path was researched by me, and this time it is auctioned here. However, before he said too much, a origin upper realm overlord stood up and said, Lord of Endless 29, we are very curious about the 4th path, so we want to play against you and witness the 4th path. The power of the road, I don't know if it is possible. Yi Tian knew that they now wanted to know whether the 4th path was real and whether there were any flaws. Although they want the inheritance of the 4th path, they also have to understand it. Yi Tian still has no way to refuse, otherwise, this group of origin upper realm overlords will not just let it go. Some of the origin upper realm hegemons here are not weak, among them there are those who have awakened 5 or 6 times, or have broken the boundary of the other shore 5 or 6 times. With such strength, he is not an opponent. At this time, the origin upper realm overlord who wants to fight Yi Tian is the origin upper realm overlord who has completed the second awakening of the origin ancestral body on the other side, Crocodile Ancestor. Above the source of the Black River, Yi Tian and Crocodile Ancestor stood in the void, trying not to destroy the source Haihei. Let's start. The other origin upper realm overlords watched. Blood Crocodile Body. Crocodile Ancestor turned into an incomparably terrifying giant crocodile, and the terrifying breath was enough to shatter origin upper realm heavenly ancestor. The blood battle crocodile body is the origin ancestor body of the crocodile ancestor. The effect is that it is huge in strength and terrifying in defense. The disadvantage is that it is slower. Immediately afterwards, a set of armor appeared on the crocodile ancestor, which was a treasure on the other side. When they reach their realm, all of them are high-level treasures, which is the basic standard. Yi Tian also took out his own high-level treasure spear. In an instant, the two sides fought. At this time, Yi Tian's reincarnation Hoshin body erupted, and the source of reincarnation Hoshin was also stimulated, and he performed the other side annihilation technique, colliding with the crocodile ancestor with one blow. Boom! The terrifying impact shattered countless voids, and even shattered an area of the source Haihei. Under normal circumstances, the second awakening of the other shore's origin ancestor body must be very powerful. But at this moment, all the origin upper realm overlords were stunned. Crocodile ancestor was knocked flying, the high-level treasures on the other side of his body were cracked, and his body was constantly cracking. This is clearly a huge difference in strength. Kill. Yi Tian shot again, making Crocodile Zhu no match at all. In the blink of an eye, the treasured armor on the other side of Crocodile ancestor was shattered, and holes were pierced through his body, and his injuries were not minor. Admit defeat, Crocodile Zhu hurriedly said. At this moment, other origin upper realm overlords dare not underestimate Yi Tian. Although Yi Tian has just broken through, his real strength is stronger than that of the origin upper realm overlord who has completed 3 awakenings, and is definitely comparable to the origin upper realm overlord who has awakened 4 times. Actually, Yi Tian didn't expect Crocodile Zhu to be so weak. It's not that Crocodile ancestor is weak, it's that I am too strong. Yi Tian thought to himself. He originally used the body of Samsara Hoshin to break through the high-level ancestral body method of the other shore, and his strength is naturally far superior to other origin upper realm overlords, but he has never really fought with other origin upper realm overlords, which is underestimated his own strength. The reincarnation Hoshin body method and the 4th path made his current strength unable to be calculated as normal. Lord of Endless, you are cultivating the body of Samsara Hoshin, right? A origin upper realm overlord suddenly asked. Yes. Yi Tian nodded slightly. Reincarnation Hoshin body. I thought I wanted to practice at the beginning, but unfortunately I didn't get the inheritance. The origin upper realm overlord murmured. Many origin upper realm overlords have also heard of the reincarnation Hoshin body, and they are very surprised to see that Yi Tian has broken through with this other shore origin ancestral body method. Certainly, compared with the self-created 4th eye, the body of Hoshin is extremely inferior. Afterwards, many origin upper realm overlords returned. The auction has to go on. At this time, Yi Tian took out an inheritance of the 4th path and said, this is an inheritance about the 4th path. Now the auction will start, and we will exchange things for things. Whoever bids the highest price, I will pass this inheritance to him, but an oath must be made, and it must not be passed on. Subsequently, the auction has started, but competition is not motivating. Although everyone wants to be the first to obtain this inheritance, it is impossible to have only one inheritance this time. Sure enough, after only competing for a while, no one competed, and was won by a primordial upper realm overlord. After taking out the treasure, the transaction obtained this inheritance, and immediately went to investigate the inheritance. After that, one inheritance after another was traded. A total of 30 shares were traded, and this was the end. 453. Certainly, Yi Tian also took out some 3-source secret medicine. Everyone, the 3-source secret medicine is an essential secret medicine for taking the 4th path. You can create other secret medicines, but currently only the 3-source secret medicine can help you take the 4th path. Yi Tian said. Then, a group of origin upper realm overlords bid for the 3 origin secret medicine. Certainly, most of them don't use the 3-source secret medicine, they can only be used for collection and research. After that, the auction was considered to be over, and after the overlord of the origin upper realm who obtained the inheritance, saw the 4th path, he immediately felt that the 4th path was too difficult. But Yi Tian doesn't care whether they can train or not, just give them a hope. Moreover, those origin upper realm overlords who have completed their awakening or have broken the boundaries of the origin of the other side are also unlikely to abandon their cultivation bases and rebuild the 4th path, which will damage the foundation of their bodies, unless there are extremely rare but precious ones that make up for their foundations. Treasures, they dare to do so. But once it fails, the future potential is even worse. After a period of time, this group of origin upper realm overlords left. It won't be long before the information about the fourth path will be spread, and it is estimated that many origin upper realm overlords will study it. 1. Yi Tian thought to himself. Chapter 2706 The Ancient Existence Awakens. A period of time, the fourth path has really spread, and some origin upper realm overlords have begun to study it. As a result, one by one research failed and the body was injured. Of course, this is a very normal thing. Even if any path is thoroughly researched, it is extremely difficult to break through successfully, let alone the fourth path is so difficult. Desolate heavenly palace. A deep void. The ancestors of the wild blood came here and motivated the magic circle here. Soon, a terrifying aura seemed to leak little by little from the depths of endless time and space. In an instant, a breath far beyond the ancestors of the wild blood permeated. Ancestor. Wild blood ancestor respectfully said. Wow. A young man who looked too young and shirtless walked out. Baron Blood, you disturb me. Is the ancient heavenly palace in crisis? This young man is the founder of the ancient heavenly palace, the ancestor of the ancient world, the ancestor of the bloodless ancestor, and an ancient existence who has completed the 8 awakenings of the original ancestor of the other side. The last time I woke up was before the 7.1 billion primordial era. Old ancestor, the fourth road has appeared. Said Huang Shui ancestor. After the 8th awakening of the ancestors, he has almost reached the limit, and if he wants to break through, he will not be able to do it. Therefore, the ancestors have always wanted to study other paths, but if their own research was unsuccessful, they fell asleep and waited for the younger generation to study. Now, Yi Tian has researched it, and the ancestors of the wild blood naturally come to inform the ancestors. What? The fourth way appeared, so soon? Wild ancestor was extremely surprised. When he woke up last time, there was no trace of research, and it was researched so quickly. There are only so many origin upper realm overlords, how can they be researched so quickly? This is not normal. Wild blood ancestor said. It was researched by a primordial upper realm overlord alone, which is very strange, but the other party did break through with the fourth path, and at the same time, the origin of the other side, and the will of the primordial realm sublimated and broke through. All-round breakthrough, the strength is very terrifying. Just after a breakthrough, you have the combat power of the origin upper realm overlord comparable to the 4 awakenings. What about inheritance? Wild ancestor only cares about this issue. At this time, wild blood ancestor took out an inheritance. He did not receive the inheritance, but after bidding, he handed it over to wild ancestor. But to accept the inheritance, one must make an oath, otherwise the inheritance cannot be accepted. The ancestors took over the inheritance and quickly made an oath, and only then did they receive the inheritance. After a long time, the ancestors sighed with emotion. It's so perfect, the other party should be the breakthrough of the reincarnation Hooshan body method. This is the most advanced method of the other side's origin ancestor body. This kind of breakthrough method is more difficult, but the other party can still get out of the fourth. The road is incredible. However, we can't directly use this method to take the fourth path. We must create a method that conforms to our own ancestral method. Only then can we maintain balance and use the 3-source secret medicine recorded above to make breakthroughs. But soon, the ancestors regretted. Unfortunately, I have completed 8 awakenings, and I have to give up 8 awakenings. If I rebuild, the price to pay is too high, but then I can learn from the fourth path and find a temporary balance. The way to let the other side origin of the body recultivate, and then be absorbed by the other side origin ancestral body, so as to impact the 9th awakening. This is also a path. 9th awakening. Wild blood ancestor is also looking forward to it. Whether there is a 9th awakening in the land of eternity, he does not know, but once it becomes the 9th awakening, it is really invincible. Wild blood, I will go to retreat and study. If I research more things, I will pass it on to you at that time. Huang Zhu said. Yes. Wild blood ancestor replied. In the following years, more than one ancient existence awakened, but even if he awakened, he was only studying the fourth path, and there was no other action, and even the outside world did not know. Yi Tian cultivated slowly and used many resources to improve his cultivation. He has just made a breakthrough. According to his own settings, he has completed the first balance, and he also wants to impact the second balance. But in this process, he must improve his own origin, temper his physical body, improve his own will to the origin, and only after raising to the current limit can he be qualified to strike the second balance. And this process is bound to be very long, and it is not so fast to improve. Fortunately, he is not in a hurry. He has a lot of resources now, and he needs to improve slowly. In addition, Yi Tian is also creating more top-level other side supreme techniques, so that he can comprehend more in the golden text of reincarnation. Even if he can't improve his strength, he has to increase his background. Years go by. Before you know it, 10 million primordial era years have passed. For such a long time, Yi Tian's strength has been limited, but it has caused the strength of Fengya Island and the human race to skyrocket. Nowadays, Fengya Island gave birth to 2 more primordial ancestors, the Lord of the White Capital and another primordial ancestor. It can be said that Fengya Island now has 7 heavenly ancestors of the origin and upper realm, and their strength is already very strong. The human race has not yet given birth to the second origin upper realm heavenly ancestor, but many origin lower realm heavenly ancestors and original middle realm heavenly ancestors have been born. For example, Yi Tian's son, Yi Xingchen, is now the Taichung realm heavenly ancestor, and the top one is close to the originator heavenly ancestor. Now, Yi Xingchen is accumulating strength, and when it is almost time, he can attack the ancestor of the origin. All of this is naturally Yi Tian's credit. Without him, Fengya Island and the human race would not have grown so fast. Shadow Ruins. Yi Tian came here, and he was going to completely solve the Shadow Ruins. In the past, when his strength was not enough, he gave up on destroying the shadow market. Later, he focused on improving his strength and was too lazy to come out of the shadow market. But now, his strength is in a period of very slow improvement, and he is ready to take the time to destroy the shadow market. However, after he came to the market of shadows, he found that the remaining primordial ancestors in the shadow market took other ancestors to another place in the market of shadows and combined with some other ancestors, became a force. This force is not called Shadow Market, but the Shadow Alliance. The Master of the Shadow Case and the other 3 ancestors of the Upper Realm are one of them, and there are 13 ancestors of the Upper Realm in the Shadow Alliance, but there is no Overlord of the Upper Realm, and their strength is not strong. Swish. Yi Tian quickly went to the Shadow Alliance, preparing to find the Masters of the Shadow Case and them, then kill them, and then kill the former Origin Realm Heavenly Ancestor of the Shadow Market, and then he can leave the Shadow Market. Chapter 2707 Kill All. Again, Yi Tian killed a Origin Middle Stage Heavenly Ancestor easily. The whole process was silent, and the other party didn't feel any pain. With his current strength, killing these Origin Middle Realm Heavenly Ancestors would undoubtedly be too bullying for them. With the death of a Origin and Beginning Realm Heavenly Ancestor, the Shadow Alliance panicked and was looking for the enemy's starter, but there was no trace. It seems that there is an incomparably powerful existence who is slaughtering their Origin Realm Heavenly Ancestor. As a result, the origin of the Shadow Alliance, the ancestors of the Upper Realm, opened a meeting to discuss this matter. Everyone, there is an incomparably powerful being who is slaughtering our Origin Realm Heavenly Ancestor. Even the top Origination Middle Realm Heavenly Ancestor was killed silently, and there is no information at all. I suspect it is Origin what the Overlord of the Upper Realm does. Original Upper Realm Overlord. We have never offended a Origin Upper Realm Overlord. It may be that a certain Origin Realm Heavenly Ancestor of the Shadow Alliance inadvertently offended, and as a result, he provokes revenge. To the Origin Upper Realm Overlords, we are just ants. They will not discuss with us, nor will they inform us. 453 will be killed directly. There are not many primordial Upper Realm Overlords in the Shadow Ruins, and those few should not attack us. They may be the primordial Upper Realm Overlords from the Land of Eternity. Then what should we do now? Let's reveal it first. We are willing to compensate and apologize, and I just ask that Origin Supreme Overlord not to attack us, that's all. However, among the group of ancestors in the Upper Realm, 3 looked at each other in dismay. Because the ones who died were all the ancestors of the original Shadow Market in the past, all of them. It may be a coincidence, but these Origin Realm Heavenly Ancestors are scattered in many treasures, so the possibility of coincidence is very low. After this meeting, the 3 Origin Ancestors, including the Master of the Shadow Case, had a private discussion. The Lord of Profound Yin, the Lord of Taihei River, and the Overlord of the Origin Upper Realm this time, may be to deal with our Shadow Market. Before our Shadow Market headquarters was destroyed, looking back on it, the problem is very big. It is probably not a dragon. The force of He, because Long He also suffered heavy losses. Many things don't fit the timeline, and the last time we used the Shadow Alliance to put pressure on Long He, we also confirmed this. The director of the Shadow Case said. Yeah, the Lord of Taihei nodded. It was said that the Lord of Juing who destroyed our headquarters was a clone, but it has never appeared since then. Moreover, if the Lord of Juing had a clone, it would have been several times before. Why didn't they appear in the Second World War? If they did, they would lose very little. Besides, Longhe didn't need to fight with us like this, it would be of no interest to them. Combining with this incident, there is a high probability that there is a very terrifying powerhouse or force targeting us. Maybe that person was not the overlord of the original upper realm before, but only had some strange methods and was not sure to kill us. Let us fight with Longhe again and again. But now, the other party has broken through and has become the overlord of the original upper realm, and this is the beginning of dealing with us. The Lord of Xuanian said. Thinking of this, they were a little terrified. Because when the other origin realm heavenly ancestors are killed, it will be their turn. Just stay at the headquarters of the Shadow League, don't leave. The master of the movie said. It is good, they also have this idea. If they go out now, they will be killed easily. After all, the headquarters of the Shadow Alliance is still a magic formation jointly arranged by many ancestors of the original upper realm, and it can still resist the overlord of the original upper realm a few times. Soon, one after another, the original ancestors of the Shadow Market have fallen, and there are not many ancestors of the original realm who survived. After such a kill, only the 3 masters of the Shadow Case are left. Hiding in the Shadow League headquarters. CJFJ. Yi Tian smiled slightly, he naturally knew the thoughts of the Shadow Masters, but it was useless. The Shadow Alliance headquarters might be able to intercept a few ordinary primordial upper realm overlords, but to him, the magic circle was no different from the paper-pasted one. Swish, Yi Tian shuttled to the headquarters of the Shadow Alliance, and his eyes passed through the layers of the magic circle, and the magic circle here could not stop him at all. Break. As soon as Yi Tian pointed it out, these arrays were pierced like bubbles. Next moment, he entered the headquarters of the Shadow Alliance and came to the retreat of the Lord of Profound Yin. This place is located in the depths of the void, and generally the origin realm heavenly ancestor cannot enter at all, but in front of Yi Tian it is useless. Who? The Lord of Xuanian felt that someone was breaking in, but before he could react, a terrifying force descended directly on him. Bang! In an instant, the body of the Lord of Profound Yin exploded, turned into countless fragments, and dissipated between heaven and earth. A origin and upper realm heavenly ancestor has just fallen. Go kill the other 2. Yi Tian stepped out, came to the Lord of Taihei, and beheaded the Lord of Taihei with a wave of his hand. Immediately afterwards, he came to the master of the Shadow Case. At this time, the Lord of Shadow Vegetables already knew the situation. After all, Yi Tian broke into the headquarters of the Shadow Alliance. It was not a small movement. In order to kill the Lord of Taihei and the Lord of Xuanian, it took a little time, and he naturally had time to react. But even if he reacted, he couldn't do anything, and he couldn't escape. The surrounding void condensed, Yi Tian appeared in front of the master of the Shadow Case. Forgive me, the master of the movie begged for mercy. However, Yi Tian didn't bother to pay attention to him, and smashed him to death with one finger. Subsequently, Yi Tian left the Shadow League and disappeared. After Yi Tian left, the other origin supreme heavenly ancestors walked out tremblingly. The master of the Shadow Case, the master of Taihei, and the master of Xuanian have been killed. I remembered that the deceased ancestors of the origin realm were brought by the masters of the Shadow Case, and they were the ancestors of the original realm of the Shadow Market. It seems that it is the enemy they provoked by the master of the Shadow Case. We were almost affected. It seems that in the future, don't accept other origin realm heavenly ancestors casually. If the other party offends the powerful existence and angers us, it will be bad. In the incomparably long years in the future, the Shadow League will be very low-key. Although it has not developed, it has not declined. Tooth Island. After Yi Tian destroyed the Shadow Market, his thoughts were clear and he was in a very good mood. In the following years, he worked hard to improve his cultivation, and his strength was improving at a slow speed. If nothing else, it will take a long time for his strength to skyrocket. But today, an opportunity came. Chapter 2708 The First Ancestor. Ruins of Reincarnation. Hurricane Sea. This is a forbidden place in the ruins of reincarnation, but it is also a treasure land. Yi Tian had been here before, but after his cloned body approached here, it was directly shattered by a hurricane. After that, he didn't explore here. But now, the hurricane of the hurricane has subsided, and there is no more danger. Not only him, many origin upper realm overlords have come here, this is also a rare opportunity for them. Basically, the hurricane's calm time is short, and the opportunity must be taken to enter the Hurricane Sea. Hurricane Sea. Yi Tian and Yan Zhu came here. Although the hurricane sea was calming down at this time, only the outer periphery was calmed down, and the inner periphery was still calming down slowly, so it was necessary to wait for some days. It wasn't long before Yi Tian became the overlord of the primordial upper realm, and he knew the least about Hurricane Sea. He also received a message from Yan Zhu, so he came here. Lord of Infinity, do you know Hurricane Sea? Yan Zhu asked. I only came here. I only know that the Hurricane Sea is a forbidden area, and it is also a treasure. There is an opportunity. Only when the Hurricane Sea subsides can I enter. Yi Tian said truthfully. Yan Zhu introduced. The Hurricane Sea is not actually a place of natural birth, but has something to do with a great being. That great being is the founder of the original ancestor mountain. He died here, and it was a shock to a higher state. Die. The one who took the first path and practiced the reincarnation Hoshin body method, the reincarnation Hoshin body awakened 9 times. Moreover, the strength has reached an incomparably terrifying level, even the origin upper realm overlord who has awakened 8 times is an ant in front of this one. In the ancient times of the other side of eternity, this is the existence that suppressed countless epochs. Quote, if this one doesn't go to a higher realm, he is still an invincible existence. All the ancestors of the original upper realm are not his opponents, and he has created a lot of original ancestors. His legacy was created by him. I reckon that he couldn't do anything about hitting a higher realm, so he left his legacy. As a result, he really failed, and the shock failed, and he died directly. Nowadays, very few of the ancestors of the origin realm know this name, because it is too long ago. He is the ancestor of the origin, the realm of the origin is named after him. The ancestor of the origin is a real evildoer. If it weren't for him, it is estimated that the realm of origin upper realm overlord would need to be delayed for endless years before it can be hoped to be developed. After the ancestors fell, his fleshly body was sitting in the ruins of reincarnation. Although the ancestors fell, his fleshly body is actually a semi-breakthrough. For a long time, other origin upper realm overlords can't get close. Moreover, the physical body can even breathe, and the hurricane caused by breathing can instantly kill other origin upper realm overlords. After that, a long time passed, the Hurricane Sea was born, and the body of the ancestor turned into a treasure land world. The entrance was his mouth, and it turned into an abyss. The hurricane spit out from the abyss was his breath. Hearing this, Yi Tian was very shocked and admired the ancestor Yuan very much. He has the talent for copying, using the copying body, coupled with the experience of the predecessors, has opened up the 4th path, and the original ancestor started from scratch and created the path of the primordial upper realm overlord, far from being comparable to him now. Unless he opens up a new realm in the future above the realm of the original upper realm hegemony, he is qualified to be comparable to the achievements of the original ancestor. While chatting with Yan Zhu, Yi Tian also knew what resources and treasures were there. Original blood crystal. This is the blood of the original ancestor, and it contains a special energy. It belongs to the energy born above the realm of half-step detachment from the overlord of the original upper realm. It has a great effect and can help the overlord of the original upper realm to improve his physical body. If you are on the road to awakening, if you have many origin blood crystals, you can quickly rise to the limit of the current realm. For example, a origin upper realm overlord who has awakened 3 times, refining origin blood crystals, can quickly hit the 4th awakening, saving countless years of hard work. However, the original blood crystal is not always effective. If there are many awakenings, the effect will become worse and worse. For those who have awakened more than 5 times, the original blood crystal is also useless. For flowers, in addition to the original blood crystal, there are many treasures. Such as indestructible blood gold. This is what the original ancestors' bones bred and transformed into, which can be used to create extremely tough and powerful weapons, and even surpass the treasures on the other side, becoming the treasures of reincarnation. This is also the only material that can be made into a reincarnation treasure at present. However, those ancient existences took away the indestructible blood gold. Nowadays, it is rare to find the indestructible blood gold, and it takes a lot of time to build the treasure of reincarnation, and it requires a lot of strength. Even, it has to use a kind of flame to refine it, that is, the fire of the heart flame that was nurtured by the corpse of the original ancestor, and all the flames in the outside world cannot melt the blood gold. In other words, it is not only necessary to find indestructible blood gold here, to gather a certain amount, but also to create a reincarnation treasure here. But each time it is turned on for such a short time, it may even be useless at one time. After collecting a certain amount of indestructible blood gold, you have to leave, wait for the next time you come in, and continue to collect indestructible blood gold. Of course, if you are not afraid of death, you can stay here. However, all the origin upper realm overlords who did not leave have never appeared again after that. So, no one knows what danger will come from staying here, but it must be death. In addition to the original blood crystal and the immortal blood gold, there are many beneficial resources which are unimaginable to the outside world. It stands to reason that such a good place will definitely make all the origin upper realm overlords crazy, but everyone is very cautious and worried about the danger. Some places are enough to kill the overlord of the origin upper realm, and everyone does not dare to intrude. Almost all of them go to places they know about. At this time, the map is very important. Which area is safe, you can go to which area. If you don't know anything, it is easy to enter the area of death. Like Etienne, he doesn't know anything, but he doesn't need to buy a trading map. His cloned body can test the corpse again and again. Chapter 2709 Cracks, Many Indestructible Blood Gold. Time passed slowly, and the hurricane inside the hurricane sea was completely calmed down. Shish! A primordial upper realm overlord has entered the hurricane sea one after another. There is no hurricane of that kind of special power, and the hurricane sea is just an ordinary sea, and it will not pose a threat to the primordial upper realm overlord at all. In an instant, these primordial upper realm overlords came to an abyss entrance, which was the mouth of the primordial ancestor. But now, from the outside, there are no traces of corpses, and this is already a huge world of treasures. Numerous origin upper realm overlords went straight in without any hesitation. It is not the first time for many origin upper realm overlords to enter, so naturally they are not afraid. They still have some understanding of the situation inside. Yi Tian also went in directly. What a terrifying coercion. 453. Yi Tian felt an unimaginable aura. This aura made him feel a heavy pressure here. Even the perception could not extend very far, and it was difficult to exert his power. He stood here without moving, and after a while, he took control of his body a little so that he would not make mistakes during the battle. At this time, the other origin upper realm overlords have all left, but each origin upper realm overlord chooses a different route. There are many line passages here, all of which seem to be passages made of muscles and veins, as if there is no end in sight. Yi Tian chose a passage and flew over. Subsequently, he found a cave and started duplicating his body inside, so that even if he fell, he could continue to duplicate his body and continue to explore this treasured world. Soon, the cloned body has been successfully replicated, so use this cloned body to explore this treasured world. Near the entrance, there should be not many resources, and it must have been wiped out by the previous origin and upper realm heavenly ancestor. Even if it is bred again this time, its number will definitely be scarce, so there is no need to spend too much time. He has limited time now, so he can't delay here. He didn't even want to delay the copying time, so he directly copied another copy body. If the previous copy body fell, this one could keep up. Yi Tian shuttled quickly and didn't care about the danger. Soon, his body passed through a layer of membrane, fell into a black sea of blood, and was directly melted. Duplicate body fall. There is danger in that place. Yi Tian secretly said. In fact, if he was careful and used various methods to explore, he wouldn't fall in, but he didn't want to waste time, so he fell. Subsequently, his second clone moved forward again, but this time around the place. In this way, Yi Tian explored again and finally went deep into this treasured world. At this time, he began to slowly explore here, looking for resources and treasures. Soon, he saw a blood-red crystal substance, emitting a dazzling light, and containing very terrifying energy. Original blood crystal. Yi Tian recognized it at a glance, flew over directly, and put away the origin blood crystal. Just a primordial crystal won't help, but it's a good start. After that, Yi Tian kept searching in this area and found various resources, but most of them were inferior to Yuanxi blood crystals. This day, Yi Tian was lucky and found a piece of inextinguishable blood gold. This is indestructible blood gold. Yi Tian stared at the somewhat irregular blood-colored metal in his hand. There were countless wonderful patterns on it, and it was really beautiful. He squeezed it with his hands, but he couldn't even shake this piece of indestructible blood gold. Sure enough, although I didn't use much strength, it's not a problem to crush an ordinary origin upper realm heavenly ancestor with such strength, but it can't crush a piece of inextinguishable blood gold. 1. Yi Tian muttered. He put away this piece of indestructible blood gold, and then sent these resources to another replica body, and then continued to search. Due to the large number of cloned bodies and the huge world of this treasure land, he is not afraid of being discovered by other origin upper realm overlords, so he made another cloned body and continued to explore in depth. Maybe there will be more resources in deeper places. Woolen cloth. In this way, he can also hope to obtain a greater chance. Time flies. Yi Tian has obtained more and more good things, such as the origin blood crystal, but the indestructible blood gold is very rare, and he has not found it since then. Here is. Yi Tian came to a crack, and this crack seemed to tear everything apart. This was not a natural birth, but a crack that was torn out by a force, which could not be dissipated after countless years. If other origin upper realm overlords were here, they would know what this crack was. The original ancestor failed to hit a higher realm and died directly, and his physical body still touched a higher realm in half a step, but his body was also obliterated by a terrifying force, his physical body collapsed, and there were many cracks inside. And this crack is one of the cracks, and it has been preserved to this day. This crack contains terrifying power. If I get close, I'm afraid I will be beaten to pieces and die. Yi Tian thought to himself. However, he is still ready to go and try. He directly stimulated the body of Samsara Ocean, and the source of the other side of the whole body was stimulated, and only then did he approach this crack. Suddenly, he seemed to echo the power of this crack, and a resonance occurred, which caused the damage of this power to him to be greatly reduced. At this moment, although he suffered a terrifying shock, he would not die. This crack actually echoes my reincarnation clear sky body. Could it be that the first ancestor is also the reincarnation clear sky body that I cultivated, and this 5.9 caused me not to be killed? But it shouldn't be so simple. After all, the first ancestor was also killed. This rift is killing. Yi Tian didn't understand a little, but he didn't think too much. He continued to go deeper and came to a world under the rift. This is also the place where the primordial ancestor's fleshly body was transformed, but it was occupied by the rift, which caused other origin upper realm overlords to dare not approach this place, otherwise they would be terrified by the rift. Power obliteration. This is indestructible blood gold. Yi Tian was shocked when he saw the pieces of indestructible blood gold. This location should be a skeleton of the original ancestor, and the broken bones gave birth to pieces of indestructible blood gold, and no one took it away, which was cheap for him. Ha ha ha, with so much inextinguishable blood gold, there should be hope to create a reincarnation treasure. Yi Tian thought to himself. Chapter 2710 Refining the Reincarnation Treasure. Wow, Yi Tian came to a piece of immortal blood gold and collected it. Then, he picked it up piece by piece, very carefully. Fortunately, there is no danger here. As long as you can enter without dying, you can get these indestructible blood gold. There must have been overlords of the primordial upper realm who have come here. It seems that they dare not come in. Otherwise, there will not be so much inextinguishable blood gold left here. Yi Tian secretly said. In short, he was very lucky. Soon, he scraped away the inextinguishable blood gold here. In addition to indestructible blood gold, there are no other resources. It is estimated that the power of this crack is too terrifying, and other resources will be erased even if they appear here. After that, Yi Tian left here. Next, he has to look for the fire of the ancestor's heart. The fire of the heart flame is an inextinguishable flame bred at the heart of the original ancestor. It burns there all the time. Even if the overlord of the original upper realm approaches, he does not dare to approach, otherwise once it is burned by the flame, he will die in an instant. However, only the flame of the heart can cast the treasure of reincarnation. Yi Tian doesn't know the location of the fire of the heart flame, but he can deduce it to determine the approximate position of the heart. When the time passes, there is hope to find the fire of the heart flame. In order to find the fire of the heart flame as soon as possible, he directly copied 3 copies of the body. To estimate the position, the period will definitely be very dangerous. It is very likely to enter the dead place, but 1 copy of the body will definitely be found in a short time. Heart fire. Soon, a replica body fell, and he sent another replica body. And just like that, time passed. Finally, not long after, Yi Tian came to the position of heart flame fire. After the evolution of endless years, the heart of the ancestor has turned into a huge flame world, and the endless fire of heart flame is burning. Yi Tian approached here and felt the terrifying flame energy. This is the fire of the flame of the heart, and it must be used to create the treasure of reincarnation. Yi Tian came to a position close to the fire of the heart flame, and urged the body of Samsara Ocean all the time, so as to avoid the flame energy that spread over him from affecting the physical body. Of course, he was just approaching, but he didn't dare to touch the flame of his heart. Build a gun, Yi Tian thought. He built it according to the guns he had refined before. As long as it was made of indestructible blood gold, it would be the ultimate treasure of reincarnation. The only trouble is that during the refining process, don't be hurt by the fire of the heart flame. Under normal circumstances, only the overlords of the upper realm who are very powerful would dare to refine the reincarnation treasure. If the strength is weaker, it will be very dangerous. And Yi Tian has only completed the first balance, which is comparable to the origin upper realm overlord who has awakened 4 times. This strength is not strong, and it is still very dangerous. Certainly, Yi Tian also has his own plan. He directly copied another copy body. If one of the copy body fails, the other copy body will follow. He didn't believe that this time he couldn't become the ultimate treasure of reincarnation. Let's start. Yi Tian took out the inextinguishable blood gold and began to refine the reincarnation treasure. The first process is to melt indestructible blood gold, and this process only requires persistence. Boom! Under the control of Yi Tian, the inextinguishable blood gold came into contact with the fire of the heart flame and endured the burning of the fire of the heart flame, and Yi Tian also tried his best to control this process. He needs to control the indestructible blood gold, and there is naturally a connection between them. His power seems to have turned into countless lines to wrap the inextinguishable blood gold, but the fire of the heart flame will spread along the power lines. Break. Among them, the lines drawn by the burning of the heart flame were directly broken by Yi Tian and remanipulated. In this way, time passed slowly, his power consumption was very serious, and the will of the origin realm was also rapidly consumed. Suddenly, the fire of the heart flame rioted, forming a layer of fire waves, which was unexpected and unpredictable. So, danger came. In an instant, countless heart flames burned all the power lines and spread at an incomparably terrifying speed. At this time, Yi Tian couldn't dodge. His entire body was directly enveloped by the fire of the heart flame, and his fleshly body was collapsing. But, his other clone body quickly took over and continued to refine the reincarnation treasure. And just like that, time passed. Yi Tian's replica body paid the price of his life for refining the treasure of reincarnation. Of course, his other duplicate bodies are also looking for resources and do not interfere with each other. Refining the reincarnation treasure is really difficult. It shouldn't be done in a short period of time, but before you leave, you can definitely do it, so these cloned bodies should be specially refined. Yi Tian thought to himself. The other side, Yi Tian's cloned body came to a crack again. He also approached the crack, but there was no indestructible blood gold here, but he found a drop of dazzling golden blood. This blood is not simple at first glance. After all, not even a crack can erase it. Absolutely good stuff, Yi Tian thought to himself. Subsequently, he sealed the drop of blood and put it away. After you go out, communicate with other origin upper realm overlords and you'll know what it is. Yi Tian secretly said. After 453, he moved on again. Unexpected, he sensed the fluctuations of the battle. There are no other creatures here, this must be the 2 origin upper realm overlords fighting and killing, presumably they have found something good. Go and see. Yi Tian flew over directly. Soon, he saw the 2 origin upper realm overlords in the battle. The wild blood ancestor and the ancient Jin ancestor are the 2 of them. Yi Tian secretly said, these 2 are not strong, they belong to the weakest origin upper realm overlord, but they both come from overlord level forces with deep backgrounds, and other origin upper realm overlords do not dare to offend them. This 9 robbery blood vine is mine, Ji Jinzu, you haven't hit the awakening of the origin ancestor body on the other side, and there is still a great hope to break through. I am different, I have hit many times, my body is seriously damaged, and this 9 tribulations blood vine can heal my body, it can be used to refine many kinds of secret medicines, and it can also help me hit the first awakening of the origin of the other side. Such treasures are extremely rare, why do you have to compete with me? Wild blood ancestor roared. Desolate blood ancestor, if you need it, I don't need it. Breaking through is very difficult, and I am not sure about awakening. What if I fail? Ji Jinzu said. Chapter 2711 10 Robbery Blood Vines. 9 Tribulations Blood Vine. Yi Tian had heard of this treasure, it was extremely rare, almost no origin upper realm overlord would trade it out. It is normal to be able to breed the 9 Tribulations blood plant vine here. At this time, Huang Shui ancestor and Ji Jin ancestor are fighting desperately to compete for this piece of 9 robbery blood vines, and both want to snatch this treasure. For them, this cut of the 9 Tribulations blood vine is the hope of a breakthrough. But at this time, a big hand broke through their blockade, grabbed the piece of the 9 Tribulations blood vine, and directly pulled the 9 Tribulations blood vine out of a mountain range, and then sealed it. After all, this vine of the Nine Tribulations blood plant also contains terrifying energy, it can be regarded as a kind of plant life, and it also has the ability to attack. It is precisely because of this that Huang Shui ancestor and Ji Yu Jin ancestor are not so easy to take away the Nine Tribulations blood plant vine. But, Yi Tian made a move, and this cut of the Nine Tribulations blood plant vine was naturally unable to resist. The entire Nine Tribulations blood plant vine fell into Yi Tian's hands and was collected by Yi Tian. For him, the Nine Tribulations blood plant vine is also useful, and it can also be used to cultivate the human race. The Infinity Lord. When Huang Shui ancestor saw Yi Tian, he was immediately annoyed. This Nine Robbery blood vine was his hope of breaking through, but it was snatched away by Yi Tian. Lord of the Endless, can you give us a face in the ancient heavenly palace and trade these 9 robbery blood vines to me? Huang Shui ancestor bent down and said. I'm sorry, I also want this vine of the Nine Tribulations blood plant. The meaning of Yi Tian's words is very obvious, if you want the blood vine of the Nine Tribulations, don't think about it. Desolate blood ancestor did not dare to attack Yi Tian, because his strength is far inferior to Yi Tian now. Even if he has a backer, Huang ancestor's strength far surpasses Yi Tian, but Huang ancestor is not here now, and there is no way to help him. Now, whether he should be counseled, or Yi Tian kills him, he cannot escape. When he thought that not long ago, Yi Tian still needed the help of the desolate ancient heavenly palace to enter the ruins of samsara, he was overlooking Yi Tian at that time, but he did not expect to change his status so quickly. Wow, Ji Yu Jinzu was very intimidated and said goodbye directly. And the ancestors of wild blood did not dare to stay, and quickly ran away. Yi Tian didn't have the idea of killing them. There were only so many origin overlords in the eternal beyond land. If they were still fighting each other frantically, there would not be many origin upper realm overlords in the eternal beyond land. The key is that they all have backers behind them. If they really fell, they will definitely investigate at all costs. He can't guarantee that he will not be exposed. So, there is still no need to kill them. After Huang Shui Zhu and Ji Yu Jin Zhu left, Yi Tian continued to search for resources in this area. The Nine Tribulations blood vine can be born here, and other resource treasures may also be born, or another Nine Tribulations blood vine can be found, that is also a good harvest. Soon, he found a crack, and when he approached this crack, he suddenly made a new discovery. Quote. Yi Tian saw the Nine Tribulations blood plant vine. No, this is not the Nine Tribulations blood vine. Yi Tian was shocked. The normal Nine Tribulations blood vine is a blood red vine with barbs and some special lines on the vine. And although this vine looks very similar to the Nine Tribulations blood vine and has barbs, it still has scales on its body, and its size is many times larger. This should be an evolutionary body, let's call it the 10 Tribulations blood plant vine. Yi Tian murmured. Such 10 robbery blood vines will definitely be of great help to him, and he must get it. Boom, Yi Tian fought with this 10 robbery blood vine. I have to say that the 10 robbery blood vine is very strong, and the body is extremely strong, otherwise it will not be able to survive near the crack. Yi Tian kept fighting with him, and it took a long time to cut him off and take him away. After that, he continued to search in this area, but did not find any other Nine Tribulations blood vine. However, he still found some primordial blood crystals here. Subsequently, Yi Tian changed the place. Time passed, and half the time passed. At this time, Yi Tian still hasn't practiced the ultimate treasure of reincarnation, but it is not too far away from practicing the ultimate treasure of reincarnation. And his other cloned bodies searched for resources everywhere, gathered these resources one by one, and the harvest was getting bigger and bigger. This day, Yi Tian came to a special place, and when he came here, he also saw several other origin upper realm overlords. It's them. Yi Tian saw several Taoist ancestors. These people took the third path and merged into the source of the eternal other side. They were immortal, but their strength was not strong. Certainly, even if they don't die, they don't dare to be arrogant here. They just don't die, they leave a trace of their origin in the core of the origin of the eternal other side. If the body walking outside is killed, it will take a long time to recover. Come over. Moreover, once the body is killed, their harvest will be gone. What's the place please? Yi Tian looked at the gray field of light ahead and asked. These origin Dao ancestors naturally recognized Yi Tian. After all, Yi Tian created the fourth path, who doesn't know it? Lord of Endless, this is the treasure land where the original ancestors' soul realm has been transformed. Although the original ancestor did not take the third path and the will of the original realm is not very strong, he can be regarded as a half-step breakthrough, and his physical body is still half-stepped, which led to the transformation of his will of the original state. This treasure land is a special sea of will, which breeds a very precious resource, the fruit of the will. Once the fruit of the will is refined, the will of the original state it is easier to be promoted, and it is easier to want to be sublimated. Yeah, it's very difficult for our origin Tao ancestor to improve the will of the origin realm, so the origin fruit of will help us a lot. Li Hao, Lord of the Endless, I advise you not to go in easily. It is very dangerous inside. If you accidentally enter the area where you will die, it will be over. These Taoist ancestors also reminded them truthfully, and they were very polite. A few reminders, I'm still interested in trying it out. After that, Yi Tian went in. But these origin Tao ancestors didn't care, they continued to heal their wounds, and they went in after the injuries recovered. Will domestic, Yi Tian came in, and he found that it was like a piece of debris, and it was extremely chaotic. His own origin realm will not be able to explore dozens of miles away here. Such a distance is no different from being completely suppressed, even equal to know the will of the origin realm. It is not easy to find the source of willpower here. Copy the body first, and let the copy body go ahead. 1. Yi Tian thought to himself. Chapter 2712 Go back. Soon, Yi Tian's copying body was successfully copied, and he began to enter the sea of will, looking for the source of will. He didn't care about danger at all, and he shuttled directly and quickly. Sudden, he entered a special will fragment, and a terrifying ray of light instantly pierced through his body and severely damaged his origin realm will. However, he still withdrew in time, but the injury of the will of the origin realm was not so easy to recover. It's really dangerous here, Yi Tian secretly said. He continued to search and finally found the source of willpower. The source of will is rooted in a void, and it is easy to pick. After he picked it up, he returned to the original path, so that he would not encounter danger, and then sent the source of willpower to another replica body. Immediately afterwards, he continued to search for the source of will. But this time, he was hit hard again, and his will was about to collapse. In desperation, he could only choose to give up this cloned body and recreate a cloned body. After all, this is the fastest way to recover. The years to come, he lost one copy body after another, but he also gained a lot of willpower. Will overseas. Several origin Tao ancestors are very surprised. Under normal circumstances, 453, Yi Tian will definitely encounter danger, it is right to come out to heal. Once the will of the origin realm is severely damaged, if it does not come out, there is also the possibility of encountering danger. After all, it is also a great suppression for the will of the origin realm, which is not conducive to healing. But Yi Tian still didn't come out. Unless Yi Tian is lucky enough to not encounter danger once, is it possible? There is also a possibility that Yi Tian is dead. It's a pity, a primordial upper realm overlord who created the fourth path has just fallen here. Several original Taoist ancestors said regretfully. In their opinion, as long as Yi Tian does not fall in the future, it is possible to reach the level of the original ancestor. However, they only regretted for a few seconds and didn't think too much. But suddenly, Yi Tian came out of the sea of will, without any injuries, unscathed. Seeing this scene, several Taoist ancestors were stunned. Of course, they thought that Yi Tian was careful after entering, and he didn't run too far, so he didn't encounter danger, but there was definitely no gain. I'm leaving here first. Yi Tian said hello. CJFJ, he has already harvested a lot of willpower source fruit, and the chance of continuing to find willpower source fruit is very small. He still wants to continue to look for other places, one more copy of the body to find resources, the greater the harvest. No need to waste time here. Time passed slowly, and there was less and less time left. At this time, an overlord in the upper realm of Yuanxi is also calculating the time, but he dare not miss the time out. Heartfire is here. Yi Tian has already trained the supreme treasure of reincarnation, but he is still tempering the supreme treasure of reincarnation with the flame of his heart, making the supreme treasure of reincarnation stronger, like ordinary iron blocks, tempered again and again, and turned into refined iron. It's almost time, it's time to go back. Yi Tian put away the reincarnation treasure spear, and left here quickly. After that, all his cloned bodies gathered together, and after the treasure resources were gathered together, the cloned body with the resources shuttled towards the exit. As for the other cloned bodies still staying here, he wanted to see what dangers there would be here after the hurricane resumed. Yi Tian is now the origin upper realm overlord who has the most maps here. After all, he has explored too many places. He is naturally very clear about where there is danger and where there is no danger. Therefore, he did not encounter the slightest danger along the way. Soon, Yi Tian left this treasure land world, came to the Hurricane Sea, and quickly left the Hurricane Sea. And the other origin upper realm overlords also came out one by one. However, the overlord of the primordial upper realm did not come out. The 6 origin upper realm overlords have not come out. This means that the 6 origin upper realm overlords are dead. No matter how careful they are, they still have a safety map, but some are more greedy and go to some dangerous places to find resources, and it is normal to fall. For example, Yi Tian, I don't know how many times he has fallen, but he deliberately went to a dangerous place, belongs to courting death, and the danger is naturally greater. At this time, a primordial upper realm overlord is discussing his own gains and even trading with each other. After all, the resources found by some primordial upper realm overlords are not necessarily useful to them. For example, Yuan Daozu takes the third path. What they need are treasures that can enhance the will of the original realm, sublime the will of the original realm, and resources that are helpful to the awakening of the primordial upper realm overlords. They are not very helpful. If so, the origin upper realm overlords who take 3 different paths can trade with each other. But what kind of resources are needed in the sky? He took the 4th path, so he did not trade sources with other sources. Boom! In the Hurricane Sea, the hurricane began to blow up, which means that it has become extremely dangerous. Inside the treasure world, Yi Tian's cloned body stayed here, waiting for the danger to come. Sudden, a terrifying rule force descended, and he seemed to be in another area. Next moment, a terrifying force pinched his duplicate bodies. Click, all of his duplicated bodies were instantly crushed. What happened just now? Yi Tian was stunned. What kind of power is that? It's like a rule, and it's like a creature's shot. It's very strange. But what is certain is that it is definitely beyond the power of the origin upper realm overlord, so he has no resistance at all. Forget it, that's not the power that I can touch now, let's improve the strength as much as possible first. Yi Tian muttered. Subsequently, he left here with the other origin upper realm overlords and returned to the land of eternity. Yi Tian returned to Fengya Island and began to retreat and practice. This time, he has obtained too many treasure resources, and his strength will definitely increase rapidly. He was looking forward to it. First use the source blood crystal to temper the flesh, then use the source of willpower to enhance the will of the source, and use other resources to enhance the origin of the reincarnation Ocean. Yi Tian started to practice like this. I have to say that these resources are very effective, and his reincarnation clear sky body, reincarnation clear sky origin, and origin realm will are all rapidly improving. Time flies, hundreds of thousands of years have passed. This day, Yi Tian's reincarnation clear sky body, reincarnation clear sky origin, and primordial realm will have all been raised to the current limit, which means that he can hit the second balance, and this requires the use of the 3-source secret medicine. Then let's start hitting the second balance. Yi Tian muttered. Chapter 2713 Breakthrough Success. Yi Tian is taking the 4th path. To impact the second balance, he needs to break through the origin of Samsara clear sky, the body of Samsara clear sky, and the will of the origin realm. Only then can the second balance breakthrough be completed. Afterwards, he began to take the 3-source secret medicine to make a breakthrough. However, he soon discovered that the grade of the 3-source secret medicine was not good enough, and the chance of using the 3-source secret medicine to break through was too low. It must be improved, or even if this time I use a large number of cloned bodies to try to break through again and again, and finally succeed, but the next time I hit the balance for the 3rd time, the 3-source secret medicine will be completely useless. Yi Tian muttered. Then, he is preparing to perfect the 3-source secret medicine. In the following years, he tried to perfect the 3-source secret medicine again and again, mainly by adding other resources and changing materials, so that he could hope to improve the 3-source secret medicine. In the end, he discovered that the blood vine of the 9 tribulations can be added as the main ingredient of the 3-source secret medicine, so that the 3-source secret medicine produced in this way has a very high effect. Really, he used the newly researched 3-source secret medicine to impact the second balance, and it was easy to break through successfully. Boom! Yi Tian's reincarnation clear sky body, reincarnation clear sky origin, and origination realms are all increasing crazily, and his strength is also greatly improved. After a long time, he successfully completed the second balance, his cultivation base was also stable, and his strength was much stronger than before. With his current strength, it is estimated that he is stronger than the Origin Upper Realm Overlord who has completed 5 awakenings. However, this strength is still not strong, let alone compared with those ancient Origin Upper Realm Overlords. Even compared with some of the current top Origin Upper Realm Overlords, it is still a lot weaker. However, if he uses the Reincarnation Arcana Long Spear, he should be able to fight against the Origin Upper Realm Overlord who has completed 6 awakenings, and he will not be at a disadvantage. Certainly, he will not reveal the treasure of reincarnation now. The value of a treasure of reincarnation is too high, and it can also be taken away. If he exposes the treasure of reincarnation, maybe even the overlord of the upper realm who has completed 7 awakenings will come to snatch it. In that case, he can't keep the treasure of reincarnation. Another time has passed. This day, Yi Tian's son Yi Xingqian finally completed the accumulation of the Origin Middle Realm level, breaking through to the Origin Upper Realm Heavenly Ancestor realm in a perfect way, and became another Origin Upper Realm Heavenly Ancestor on Fengya Island. And Yi Tian is also very good to Fengya Island, and has given out a lot of resources to Fengya Island, so that Fengya Island can cultivate more Origin Upper Realm Heavenly Ancestors. After all, with the wealth of resources he has now, a little bit of treasure is an unimaginable resource on Fengya Island. Then, with the help of Yi Tian, there are naturally more and more ancestors of the upper realm of Fengya Island. Another 10 million primordial era years have passed. At this time, Fengya Island already had 12 Origin Upper Realm Heavenly Ancestors, plus Yi Tian, that is the combat power of 13 Origin Upper Realm Heavenly Ancestors or more. Compared to when Yi Tian hadn't joined Fengya Island only had 3 Origin Upper Realm Heavenly Ancestors, and his current strength far surpassed that of the past. The strength of Fengya Island is now strong, but the site is small, there is not enough site, and there is no way to recruit more talents from the other side, and the ancestors of the Origin and Upper Realm cannot be self-sufficient. They can't always be supported by Yi Tian alone, so they must occupy more territory and treasure. Have to relocate to the middle of the eternal beyond. Yi Tian thought to himself. Not only did he have such an idea, but the originating ancestors of Fengya Island also had such an idea. This day, Fengya Island opened the meeting to discuss this matter. At the meeting, the Lord of Wind Fang said, Lord of the Endless, although the land in the middle of the land of the other side of eternity has been occupied, it is very difficult for us to occupy the territory of Fengya Island. However, according to the information we understand, the northern ancestor of the Baifeng family has fallen. The Baifeng family is the overlord of the original upper realm. With the fall of the northern ancestor, the life of the Baifeng family is not very good. The Baifeng family occupies a lot of territory and treasures, and also has many enemies. It was only because of the shock of the northern ancestor that those forces dissatisfied with the Baifeng family did not dare to do it. But now, the Baifeng family is in great trouble, and only relying on their 20 or so Origin Supreme Heavenly Ancestors can't solve the problem at all. Beijing Ancestor. Yi Tian knew that this primordial upper realm overlord was one of the primordial upper realm overlords who fell into it when he was exploring the world of the ancestral ancestor treasure land. Not only did such a Origin upper realm overlord die last time, but after those few fell, the power behind them all plummeted. For flowers, but, for the entire eternal beyond land, the loss of several Origin upper realm overlords does not affect anything. After all, the resources obtained last time are estimated to allow some forces to cultivate Origin Upper Realm Overlords. Maybe the number of Origin Upper Realm Overlords born later will increase. But the Baifeng family is such a Origin and Upper Realm Heavenly Ancestor. Once it falls, the entire Baifeng family is not far from collapse. The Baifeng family should occupy 3 domains, and there are still many treasures, and they can make up their minds at that time. Yi Tian agreed. Seeing that Yi Tian had agreed, the other Origin Upper Realm Heavenly Ancestors naturally agreed. After all, Fengya Island is now relying on Yi Tian, otherwise, they would not dare to take the idea of Baifeng family. At this time, the Lord of Wind Fang said again, Lord of Endless, the Baifeng family is said to be targeted by 6 top forces, and they will break out at any time. We can take advantage of the fire and occupy their territory in the name of blessing the Baifeng family. No problem, you can arrange it, Yi Tian said. Subsequently, the Lord of Wind Fang traveled to the middle of the land of eternity to visit the Baifeng family. If it was in the past, forces like the Bei aristocratic family would naturally look down upon it. With such a primitive ancestor, Yadao would not have joined the Baifeng family. But now, the Baifeng family did not dare to offend the Lord of Wind Fang. The Baifeng family, the conference hall. The Lord of the Wind Fang saw each of the originating upper realm heavenly ancestors of the Baifeng family, many of whom were the top originating upper realm heavenly ancestors, who were much stronger than him, but he was not afraid at all. Lord of the Wind Fang, is there something wrong with coming to my Baifeng family? The current head of the Baifeng family, Baitang, asked. The Lord of Baitang, I represent Fengya Island, and I want to negotiate business with the Baifeng family. The Lord of Windfang said with a smile. What business? The Lord of Baitang seemed to feel that something was wrong. At this time, the Lord of Fengya said, the situation of the Baifeng family is not good now. Our Fengya Island can bless the Baifeng family, and there will be no forces against you, but you need to pay a little price. Zombie. Chapter 2714 Reincarnation Golden Bug. Robbery. Numerous ancestors of the Baifeng family naturally heard the meaning of the words. However, they were really moved. Now, the Baifeng family is in a very dangerous situation. Once Beizu died, the former network of connections would fade away. Although there are forces who are willing to bless them, the price paid is too great, almost swallowing up their Baifeng family. Moreover, the potential of those forces is not the same as that of Fengya Island. The Endless Lord of Fengya Island is the overlord of the primordial upper realm who opened up the fourth path. His strength is very powerful, and the Baifeng family has heard of it. If Fengya Island shelters them, the crisis will naturally be lifted. Except for the 9 overlord level forces, no top forces are willing to offend Fengya Island, let alone those top forces that do not have the origin upper realm overlord. However, they will not agree to 4, 5, 3, casually, and they have to listen to the conditions of Fengya Island. Lord of Windfang, what are the conditions of your Windfang Island? The Lord of Baitang asked. The Lord of Windfang said, it's very simple, give us 2 domains to Fengfang Island, and don't want anything else. What, 2 domains? The face of the Lord of Baitang changed. This condition is very harsh, and he naturally does not want to agree. At this time, the Lord of the Windfang said again, the Lord of Baitang, your Baifeng family is now greatly reduced in strength, and may even be destroyed, and you have 3 domains, and giving up 1 domain is only a reduction for you. It's just a territory, and its own strength has not diminished. Besides, do you think that with your current strength, you still occupy the territory of the 3 domains, other forces would be willing? Think about it, we Fengya Island is now willing to bless you, this is for you gift. If we want to invade this place, can you stop it? We, the Endless Lord of Windfang Island, can easily destroy you. The words of the Lord of Windfang are very arrogant, and even have a hint of threat. However, the Lord of Baitang did not dare to get angry, because the current Baifeng family really can't offend the Lord of Endless, even if the northern ancestor did not fall, it would not be able to offend the Lord of Endless. Lord of Baitang, think about it carefully. The Lord of the Windfangs bid farewell. Soon, the Lord of Windfang returned to Windfang Island, and explained the situation, and then waited for the results of the discussion of the Baifeng family. And the news that Fengya Island was interested in the Baifeng family also spread, and several origin upper realm overlords who were interested in the Baifeng family directly gave up the idea, they dared not compete with the Endless Lord for the Baifeng family's territory and resources. As for those incomparably top origin upper realm overlords, they don't look down on the mere Baifeng family. The following days, after some discussion, the ancestors of the Baifeng family finally decided to seek shelter on Fengya Island. Otherwise, the Baifeng family would not be able to survive the next crisis. Tooth Island, Lord of the Endless, the Baifeng family has agreed to our request. The Lord of Windfang was very excited. That's good, Fengya Island can be relocated to the middle. Yi Tian smiled. Next, Fengya Island began to relocate. This time, the 2 domains that the Baifeng family gave up were the Xuanshan domain and the Mingshan domain. As for the Baifeng domain occupied by the Baifeng family, it was the best domain among the 3 domains and had the most resources. It is quite normal that the Baifeng family is unwilling to give up the Baifeng region. Fengya Island is also very satisfied. After all, the Xuanshan domain and the Mingshan domain are also huge and have a lot of resources, and they can also cultivate a lot of other level geniuses. Later, Fengya Island has recruited other level talents from these 2 domains, and it can also recruit a lot of them. In the future, there will be no shortage of top-level geniuses from the other side. The original Fengya Island has also become a branch. Certainly, in the future, Fengya Island will have to change its name to Tianshan Pavilion, which is located on the Taishuan Mountains, a treasure in the Xuanshan region. Regarding the name change, the Lord of Windfang naturally has no opinion, and the Lord of Windfang is still the Island Lord of Fengya Island, and is also the Deputy Pavilion Lord of Tianshan Pavilion, and the Pavilion Lord has become Yi Tian. Afterwards, a group of origin ancestors of Fengya Pavilion moved to Tianshan Pavilion, and at the same time began to recruit a group of other level geniuses, but this matter was handed over to the Lord of Windfang and the Lord of Ice and Rain, but Yi Tian did not interfere. He just came forward and announced that he had blessed the Baifeng family and announced that Tianshan Pavilion belonged to him. After that, he began to retreat and practice. Years go by. Before you know it, another 10 million primordial era years have passed. At this time, Yi Tian's cultivation level has improved again, and it is not too far from the third balance. This is also because he harvested too many resources last time. Otherwise, he would not be able to improve to this level so quickly. This day, Yan Zhu sent a message. Lord of the Endless, in the last million years of the primordial era, don't go to the ruins of reincarnation. Hearing this news, Yi Tian was a little surprised. Why couldn't he go to the ruins of reincarnation? Soon, he found that the 9 Overlord level forces had withdrawn all the Origin Realm heavenly ancestors from the ruins of reincarnation, and other Origin Realm heavenly ancestors could not enter the ruins of reincarnation through the Overlord level forces. It seems that in a short period of time, all the forces and the overlords of the primordial upper realm have withdrawn from the ruins of reincarnation. He was very curious about what happened to the ruins of reincarnation, so he went to Yan Zhu to find out the situation. Yan Zhu, what happened? Yi Tian asked. Ancestor Yan quickly explained. Lord of Endless, it's not long since you became the overlord of the primordial upper realm. Naturally, it is not clear. The ruins of reincarnation is the end of the eternal land, and it is very dangerous in itself. But for us overlords of the primordial upper realm, generally speaking, if you don't kill yourself, you won't be in danger. But sometimes there are exceptions, such as the upcoming time. If you don't come out of the ruins of reincarnation, there is a high possibility of falling. Why? Yi Tian asks. Yan Zhu said. Because there will be a large number of reincarnation gold worms in the ruins of reincarnation. I don't know where this reincarnation gold worm came from, but I only know that the strength of the reincarnation gold worm is terrifying, equivalent to the origin of the upper realm. The number of overlords has been severely damaged, and there are even golden worms of reincarnation comparable to the 8 awakenings. Who would dare to stay in the ruins of reincarnation during this period? The key is that the golden worms of reincarnation are even more hostile to our primordial upper realm overlords and can easily be caught besieged. Therefore, at this time, we all withdraw to the ruins of reincarnation, and they will not enter the land of eternity. So it is. Yi Tian understood. But his other cloned bodies are not ready to withdraw from the ruins of reincarnation, but are more interested in reincarnation golden insects. Chapter 2715 The Source Stone of the Reincarnation Gold Bug. Desolate Heavenly Palace. Wild Ancestor appeared. Since the last time he woke up, he has not continued to sleep, but is studying the fourth path, hoping to find inspiration from the fourth path, so that he can break through to the level of 9 awakenings of the original ancestor of the other side. However, it is too difficult to achieve this step. Such years can only be said to be a short time, and he naturally did not gain much. But today, he is out. Ancestor, the golden bug of reincarnation is about to appear. The ancestors of the wild blood stood respectfully in front of the ancestors and said, Reincarnation golden worm, count the time, it is indeed coming soon. Wild ancestor murmured, don't enter the market of reincarnation. Yes, desolate blood ancestors naturally dare not enter the ruins of reincarnation. If they enter at this time, wouldn't they be courting death? However, the ancestors would go in every time. But he doesn't know what chance the reincarnation golden bug has, and the ancestors won't tell him. This is also normal. If there is a great chance, and everyone knows it, they will definitely venture in, and then a lot of origin upper realm overlords will fall. So everyone hides it. Time flickers. On this day, the reincarnation golden bug appeared in the ruins of reincarnation. Ancient existences like wild ancestors, who have completed 8 awakenings, have entered the ruins of reincarnation. But the ruins of samsara is too big, and the chance of encountering each other is very low. Now, Yi Tian sat in the ruins, waiting for the appearance of the golden worm of reincarnation. Buzz. The void in the ruins of samsara is constantly shaking, the void in the distance is crazily distorting, and all around are distorted pictures, and these pictures change frame by frame. Sudden, a golden bug appeared in one of the frames. Reincarnation gold bug. Yi Tian recognized it. It turns out that the golden worm of reincarnation appeared like this. Yi Tian murmured. Although he saw it, he still didn't know where the golden worm of reincarnation came from. Swish! This reincarnation gold worm is killing Yi Tian at an extremely fast speed. Yi Tian held the high-level treasure long spear and fought against it. He will not take the treasure of reincarnation, and he is also afraid that the treasure of reincarnation will be lost in the ruins of reincarnation. Therefore, his reincarnation treasure spear is still on the replica body of the other side of eternity. Boom! Yi Tian fought with the samsara gold bug. The strength of this reincarnation gold worm is not too strong, it is only comparable to the overlord of the origin upper realm who has awakened 4 times. Soon, Yi Tian beheaded this golden worm of reincarnation. After killing the reincarnation gold worm, Yi Tian dissected the reincarnation gold worm and found a golden stone inside its body, and the inside of the stone contained the origin of the reincarnation gold worm. He crushed the stone and absorbed the original test effect of the golden worm of reincarnation. The reason why he did this was because he instinctively felt the attraction of his body and wanted to absorb the origin of the golden worm of reincarnation. Boom! His body quickly absorbed the source of the golden worm of reincarnation, his body's strength increased a little, and the source of the other side was improved a little. As for the will of the source state, there was no improvement. However, it can be seen from this that the origin of the golden worm of reincarnation has a terrifying effect on the overlord of the original upper realm, and the absorption speed is fast. Like other resources, the absorption speed is too slow, and it takes a long time to refine and improve one's cultivation, and the effect of the samsara gold origin is too good. Do the overlords of the primordial upper realm in the land of eternity know the value of the golden bugs of reincarnation? Yi Tian thought to himself. Most of the origin upper realm overlords should not know it, and I am afraid that only a few origin upper realm overlords know about it, but they do not dare to enter the ruins of reincarnation during this period, otherwise their lives will not be guaranteed. After all, there will be too many golden bugs of reincarnation during this period, who is sure to save their lives? Buzzing. The surrounding picture was distorted, and another golden worm of reincarnation appeared. 1, 2, 3. Yi Tian felt that there might be a connection between these reincarnation gold bugs. He killed one reincarnation gold bug, and more reincarnation gold bugs appeared. The strength of these few reincarnation gold bugs is not weak at all, but they are still not his opponents. Then, he went all out to kill these few golden worms in a short period of time. Then, he took the source stone of the golden worm of reincarnation and left quickly. However, he was still found. Under the distortion of the surrounding pictures, the reincarnation golden insects appeared one by one, and this time a very powerful reincarnation golden insect appeared. The breath of this golden worm of reincarnation is extremely terrifying, and it is definitely comparable to the overlord of the original upper realm who has been awakened 6 times. Unless he holds the treasure of reincarnation, Yi Tian can hope to fight against this golden worm of reincarnation, but it is impossible to beat the opponent now. Moreover, in addition to this golden worm of reincarnation, there are also several origin upper realm overlords whose strength is comparable to the 5 awakenings. The number of reincarnation golden bugs that appeared this time reached dozens, and Yi Tian was extremely shocked by this terrifying number. There are only a few origin upper realm overlords in the entire eternal beyond land, but there are so many golden worms of reincarnation here, and this is probably just the tip of the iceberg. Yi Tian thought to himself. Soon, the number of reincarnation gold bugs has increased again. Puff! Yi Tian didn't dodge, and was smashed by the most powerful golden worm of reincarnation, and the rays of light released by the other golden worms penetrated his body. This time, he was seriously injured. 453 in a short time, he had no fighting strength, and his entire body was directly shattered. This replica body has fallen. And after this clone body fell, those reincarnation golden bugs left one after another. Soon after, another copy of Yi Tian's body traveled from the other side of eternity to here, and took a few pieces of the origin stone of the golden worm of reincarnation. They don't like to devour it. Therefore, it was still taken away by Yi Tian. However, the possibility of this replica body being found is still very high. So, he prepared to quickly copy a reincarnation golden worm to copy the body, and then walk in the ruins of reincarnation as the reincarnation golden worm, so it is safe. After all, at present, the reincarnation gold bugs will not kill each other. Soon, a reincarnation golden worm replicated its body. At the moment of copying out, Yi Tian's body of reincarnation gold worms sensed other reincarnation gold worms. The consciousness of all reincarnation gold worms seemed to have entered a picture, and they could sense each other, or even simply communicate with each other. Moreover, he also sensed the help of other reincarnation gold bugs, knew the coordinates of the other party, and could pass through the screen to support. Chapter 2716 The Purpose of the Wild Ancestor. No wonder I was besieged before. It turns out that the golden insect of samsara can easily ask for help, and the support will arrive immediately. Even the strongest origin upper realm overlord can easily be besieged and killed. Yi Tian secretly said. With this reincarnation golden worm replica body, he can move smoothly in the reincarnation market. At this time, there are many golden worms of reincarnation asking for help, obviously they are in danger. Could it be that other origin upper realm overlords came to the ruins of reincarnation and fought with these reincarnation golden bugs? Yi Tian guessed. At this time, he followed a group of reincarnation gold bugs to one of the coordinates and went there to check the situation. Wow, one after another, the reincarnation golden insects shuttled out of the distorted picture and came to a void somewhere in the ruins of reincarnation. Here, a stalwart figure is fighting with a group of reincarnation gold bugs. Ordinary reincarnation gold bugs are not qualified to participate at all, because the strength of the primordial upper realm overlord is too terrifying. Boom, some weak reincarnation golden bugs were directly blown up, but they were relatively weak. For Yi Tian, those weak reincarnation golden bugs were at least comparable to the origin upper realm overlord who had awakened 5 or even 6 times. Yi Tian doesn't know each other and has never seen him before. It should be an ancient origin upper realm overlord in the land of eternity. He has been sleeping before, so he has never seen it. But, by copying his talent, he still found out the opponent's talent and name. Wild Ancestor. Seeing this title, he roughly knew the identity of the other party. The founder of the ancient heavenly palace, the legendary desolate ancestor, has an extremely terrifying strength. Naturally, he does not know the specific strength, but from the current point of view, this desolate ancestor is afraid that he has reached the level of 8 awakenings. However, there is also a reincarnation gold worm on the side of the reincarnation gold worm that is comparable to the wild ancestors, which makes it impossible for the wild ancestors to kill all the reincarnation gold worms here. But if the strength of the reincarnation golden worm is weak, if it approaches, it will die. Yi Tian naturally wouldn't approach, just watched here. Unexpected, the body of a reincarnation golden worm whose strength reached the level of the 7-time awakened primordial upper realm overlord was shattered and flung to Yi Tian's side. Other reincarnation gold worms are naturally not interested in this reincarnation gold worm corpse, but Yi Tian is interested. The source stone of the golden bug of reincarnation is still there. He immediately found the source stone and put it away. Such a source stone may have no meaning to the ancestors, at most it is given to the younger generation, but it is too useful to him. Then, his reincarnation golden bug clone body immediately withdrew, took away this piece of source stone, and sent it to another clone body. However, when he came here next time, he found that the ancestors had escaped. Subsequently, he went to look elsewhere and found that there were quite a few origin upper realm overlords who had entered the ruins of reincarnation, but they were all origin upper realm overlords he had never seen before, and they were probably all sleeping ancient existences. Of course, Yi Tian also secretly collected some reincarnation gold worm source stones through watching the play. Even if it is sometimes affected, causing the reincarnation gold worm's replica body to fall, he can also copy another reincarnation gold worm replica body in a short period of time. Gradually, he also collected a lot of reincarnation gold insect origin stone. But at this time, he found a problem. If you don't refine the source stone of the golden worm of reincarnation within a certain period of time, the source will be sucked away by a force. He tried to bring the source stone of the golden worm of reincarnation to the land of the other side of eternity, but as soon as he returned to the land of the other side of eternity, the source of the source stone of the golden worm of reincarnation was directly taken away. In other words, the source stone of the golden worm of reincarnation cannot be brought into the land of eternity at all, and it must be absorbed and refined as soon as possible, otherwise it will be wasted. It's no wonder that the origin and upper realm overlords of these forces in the ancient temple are not very powerful. If the source stone of the golden worm of reincarnation can be brought into the eternal land, the ancient existences of the ancient ancestors can definitely collect a large amount of the source stone of the golden worm of reincarnation. Even if it is useless to you, you can still train the origin upper realm overlords under your command. Yi Tian thought about it like this and figured it out. In the ruins of reincarnation, the reincarnation gold worm will be chased and killed all the time. Even if some reincarnation gold worms are killed, the source stone of the reincarnation gold worm obtained must be refined as soon as possible, otherwise it will be wasted. The source stone of the golden worm of reincarnation is absorbed and refined, and when it is about to break through, it is necessary to return to the land of eternity to break through. After the breakthrough comes back, the source stone of the golden worm of reincarnation will be useless. Thinking about it this way, it seems that it is meaningless for him to collect a lot of origin stones of the golden insects of reincarnation. But he still absorbs the origin of the source stone of the golden worm of reincarnation as much as possible, and uses it to improve his body of reincarnation and the origin of reincarnation, and his cultivation is improving rapidly. Gradually, his cultivation base is already approaching the limit of the second balance. If he raises the will of the origin realm, he can hit the third balance. Strange, even if the wild ancestors obtained the source stone of the golden worm of reincarnation, they would at most raise their cultivation to the current limit, and they could not help them break through. They had already reached the bottleneck, and the source stone of the golden worm of reincarnation would not help them break through. They are useless. What are they doing in the ruins of samsara at this time? Yi Tian was very curious about this. So he did his best to investigate the situation. After repeated investigations, he found that the ancestors seemed to be looking for something, and they didn't care about the source stones of the golden worms of reincarnation. But they haven't found it yet, because Yi Tian doesn't know what they are looking for. Somewhere in the ruins of reincarnation, wild ancestor got rid of a group of reincarnation golden bugs, shuttled quickly, and happened to meet another origin upper realm overlord Junzu. Junzu is the ancestor behind Zhenshenji city, Li Hao, and his strength is no less than that of Wangzu. Junzu, have you found it? Wild Ancestor 1, I didn't find it. Junzu shook his head. Anyway, there are more than 1 million primordial era time, we can look for it slowly. Wangzu, do you have any clues? I don't have any clues. We entered here and were targeted again and again by the golden worms of reincarnation. They are haunted, and we can't shuttle like them. Unfortunately, before the end, these golden worms of reincarnation have been carried outside with them. Don't go back to the reincarnation golden worm's lair at all, otherwise you can track the reincarnation of the golden insects to find their lair. Wild Ancestor said with emotion. Junzu nodded. Yes, when the time is over and they all return to the nest, it will be too late. Find it slowly. Last time, didn't you find it, but you and I didn't gain much. 1. Swish. Strong. They ended their chat and soon separated. Chapter 2717 Reincarnation True Liquid. This is the empty treasure land of the ancient heavenly palace. Yi Tian's reincarnation golden bug copy body came here, and he mainly came to see if there was anything wrong with the ancient tortoise in the mist. But, when he came here, he found that the golden bug of samsara did not besiege the void mist ancient tortoise. The void mist ancient tortoise was still sleeping and was not attacked by the golden bug of samsara. The golden bug of samsara did not attack the void mist ancient turtle, but it seems that it is only targeting the primordial upper realm overlord in the land of eternity. Yi Tian secretly said, but if you think about it carefully, if the reincarnation golden worm wants to kill all the creatures in the ruins of reincarnation, it can be killed long ago. After all, there are too many golden worms in the reincarnation, even if there are more creatures in the ruins of reincarnation, but also can't beat the reincarnation gold bug. The weakest reincarnation golden insects are comparable to the overlords of the origin upper realm, and most of the creatures in the ruins of reincarnation are only equivalent to the origin realm heavenly ancestors. It is precisely because the golden insect of reincarnation has no intention of killing other creatures in the ruins of reincarnation, so it will not kill. However, the origin upper realm overlord of the eternal beyond land is easy to be targeted. Years go by. Yi Tian frantically refines the origin of 453 golden worms of reincarnation. Although he has reached the bottleneck now, the body of reincarnation and the origin of reincarnation have reached the limit of the second balance, and there is no way to continue to improve. However, the source of the golden worm of reincarnation still has the effect of slightly enhancing the will of the original state. If you refine it more, you can still improve it a little. Moreover, the efficiency of refining the golden worm of reincarnation is very fast. Anyway, you can slowly improve the will of the original state, many times faster. This day, Yi Tian found that many reincarnation golden insects were asking for help, and they were all located at a node. This node was a bit special, and a large number of reincarnation gold insects were rushing there, and there were too many. So many reincarnation gold bugs are going to support. Could it be that there are many origin upper realm overlords slaughtering reincarnation gold bugs crazily? Yi Tian wondered. He immediately went to take a look. And when he was passing by, he sensed an instinctive joy, as if he had returned home. Soon, he came to this node, but found that this place does not seem to be the ruins of reincarnation, but a lair. The lair of the golden bug of reincarnation. Yi Tian did not expect to come here. At this time, this lair is densely populated with a large number of reincarnation gold bugs, which are fighting with a group of origin upper realm overlords. Among them, the ancestors are here. Ha ha ha, I didn't expect to be so lucky this time, to find the reincarnation golden bug's lair so quickly. Wild Ancestor said excitedly. Junzu said, the golden bugs of samsara are returning to help, and the number is increasing. Let's hurry up and grab the true liquid of samsara. The real reincarnation liquid is the goal of these ancient origin upper level overlords. As long as they snatch some real reincarnation liquid, it is also worth it. The true reincarnation effect is very powerful, it helps to break through the realm, and it can also be used to save life. For the origin upper realm overlords like them who have awakened 7 or 8 times or broken the boundaries of the origin of the other shore 7 or 8 times, it is almost impossible to continue to break through. And if they take the true reincarnation liquid, they will not die, and there will not be many sequelae. If there is no real reincarnation liquid, even if they are immortal, there is no hope of breaking through in the future, and they will even fall into the realm. In the era of the original ancestor was able to break through to the level of 9 awakenings, that is, he obtained a large amount of reincarnation true liquid, and finally collected countless reincarnation true liquids to hit a higher realm. Although he failed, and the reincarnation true liquid he didn't save his life, but at least the body of the first ancestor broke through half a step and turned into a treasure. It can be said that there is also the effect of reincarnation true liquid, otherwise the corpse of the ancestor may not be able to keep, maybe CJFJ will be turned into ashes. If they want to break through to the level of the original ancestor, the real reincarnation liquid is indispensable. At this time, wild ancestors and gen ancestors have fought against many reincarnation golden insects, many of which are comparable to their reincarnation golden insects. If the time is prolonged, the ancestors of the desert may have to fall. Yi Tian watched their battle and hid far away, not even daring to bear the aftermath, otherwise he would be killed immediately. Soon, the wild ancestors and the others reached a place in the center of the reincarnation goldworm nest, where there were trees growing, and after the wild ancestors killed them, they grabbed these trees. Boom! A tree was torn apart, and drops of golden liquid permeated, exuding special energy. And the ancestors are snatching these golden liquids, and they are also competing with each other, and there is no idea of cooperation at all. Wow! Wild Ancestor grabbed some of the true reincarnation liquid and ran away, ignoring other origin upper realm overlords at all. Certainly, the same is true of other origin upper realm overlords, they are not greedy, otherwise they will be surrounded by a large number of reincarnation golden bugs, and their lives will be in danger. There is only one life for them, and they don't want to lose it here. Soon, Wild Ancestor and the others all fled, and each of them was seriously injured. After all, when they were snatching the true liquid of samsara, there were already more golden worms of samsara that were comparable to the 8 awakenings, and the number was even more than that of the ancestors. They naturally left at the cost of injury. It can even be said that if it is a little later, at least a few origin upper realm overlords must be killed. What treasure did the ancestors rob? Yi Tian was very curious. He did not leave this samsara 3 nest, but flew over after many samsara gold bugs left. Certainly, there are still some reincarnation gold worms stationed in this reincarnation gold worm nest, and they did not choose to leave. At this time, Yi Tian found that the reincarnation golden worm's lair was moving, deviating from the original coordinates. If it wasn't for his duplicate body still in the lair, it would not be easy to find, unless the lair called him, he could sense it and return. The reincarnation golden worm nest, the secrets of the reincarnation market are getting more and more. Yi Tian secretly said, next to trees. The other golden insects of samsara did not stop Yi Tian from approaching. After all, Yi Tian is now the replica of the golden insect of samsara, and he is not the overlord of the primordial upper realm. Naturally, he will not be blocked. Coincidentally, there are still scattered reincarnation true liquid. Yi Tian immediately put it away. Wild ancestors tried their best to snatch this treasure, but I can easily take it. If they knew, they would be envious. Soon, he collected all the scattered true reincarnation liquid. Chapter 2718 Shock the Third Balance. Yi Tian didn't know the effect of samsara true liquid, but wanted to give it a try. However, he did not go out directly, otherwise it would be difficult to come back. Then, he directly copied a reincarnation golden worm to copy the body here, and then let the reincarnation golden worm copy the body, go out. And the reincarnation gold bug is not very intelligent. If they do this, they just think that a reincarnation gold bug has shuttled over, and they will never find out that this is a copy of him, reincarnation gold bug. Soon, a reincarnation golden worm cloned the body, and he directly let the reincarnation golden worm clone leave with the reincarnation true liquid. Somewhere in the ruins of reincarnation, Yi Tian's real body cloned body and Samsara gold bug's cloned body converged, took away the real reincarnation liquid, and then directly returned to the land of the other side of eternity. The treasure of reincarnation true liquid can definitely be brought into the land of eternity, otherwise there is no need for the ancestors to take risks to snatch it. Really, the true essence of reincarnation was successfully brought back. Tianshan Pavilion. After Yi Tian came back, he began to use a drop of Samsara true liquid for refining, to see the effect of this drop of Samsara true liquid. After his continuous testing and research, he finally understood the effect of the true reincarnation liquid. And he can also deduce the name of this treasure reincarnation true liquid. Reincarnation true liquid helps to improve cultivation, but it is more about life-saving. For existences like wild ancestors, it also has the effect of life-saving. Yi Tian secretly said. He also finally knew why the ancestors wanted to obtain the true reincarnation liquid, naturally to save their lives. It is almost difficult for the ancient existence of the ancestors to improve their cultivation, and they dare not try to research new breakthrough methods. Once the breakthrough fails, the consequences are very serious, and even fall, and many life-saving things are useless to them. But the real reincarnation liquid is very useful and can save their lives. If they don't have the true essence of reincarnation, they would not dare to try to make breakthroughs or even research, and they would not be able to improve their cultivation. If they enjoyed it, they would probably enjoy countless years. If there is enough real reincarnation liquid, they really have the hope of breaking through to the level of 9 awakenings or breaking the boundary of the origin of the other shore, comparable to the realm of the first ancestor. This is also the goal of every origin upper realm overlord. But, for Yi Tian, the true liquid of reincarnation is not so valuable. First of all, he doesn't need to save his life, he can copy one after another to carry out countless researches. For him, the only value of the true reincarnation liquid is to improve his cultivation. It has to be said that the true liquid of reincarnation is very versatile. It can not only improve the body of reincarnation, but also improve the origin of reincarnation, and it can even improve the will of origin. Yi Tian's current reincarnation clear sky body and Samsara clear sky origin have reached the limit of the second balance and cannot be improved, but the will of the origin realm can still be improved. It's just that using the true reincarnation liquid to enhance the will of the origin realm is simply too wasteful. If Huangzu knew about it, he would definitely scold Yi Tian for wasting it. If I fully control the energy of Samsara's true liquid and integrate it into the will of the origin realm, it should be able to greatly enhance the will of the origin realm, and the waste is not too great. Subsequently, Yi Tian started to do so. Boom. The real reincarnation liquid is quickly consumed, and his will of the origin is also rapidly improving. The reincarnation of the golden worm's lair. Yi Tian is also thinking of other real reincarnation liquids. These real reincarnation liquids come from the inside of these trees, but these trees are very tough, and they can easily tear them apart, but ordinary reincarnation gold bugs want to tear these trees. It is a little bit laborious. Yi Tian slowly bit this tree, ready to break it open, and take out the true reincarnation liquid from it. He also observed the surroundings, and the reincarnation golden bug that stayed here did not stop him, which made him relieved. If these reincarnation gold bugs stop him, he can only give up. After a period of time, a tree was finally torn apart by Yi Tian, and a drop of the true samsara liquid permeated out. And Yi Tian quickly collected these real reincarnation liquid, and quickly took away the real reincarnation liquid contained in the whole tree. After, he left quickly, letting another reincarnation golden worm copy the body to stay here. In the following days, Yi Tian started to take away the true reincarnation liquid contained in these trees again and again. I don't know if it's because he picked up too much samsara true liquid. Ask for flowers. This day, the reincarnation golden worm nest directly removed Yi Tian's duplicate body. Obviously, the reincarnation golden worm nest still has a little instinct, and can sense the existence of danger, thus erasing the danger. After being driven away by the reincarnation gold worm's lair, he had another reincarnation gold worm left here, ready to continue to break open the tree to take away the true reincarnation liquid, but it was immediately removed. No way, as long as I make a move, the reincarnation gold worm nest will move me away, so I can't take the reincarnation true liquid. Yi Tian thought about it for a while and could only choose to give up. Fortunately, he obtained a lot of reincarnation true liquid this time, and the harvest of the ancestors was not as much as he did, so he was very satisfied. The reincarnation golden worm nest is definitely more than this one. If you can find other reincarnation golden worm nests, that's great. Yi Tian muttered. Therefore, he was also looking for other reincarnation golden worm nests, but he couldn't find it at all. It seemed that as long as the reincarnation golden worm inside the reincarnation golden worm nest did not ask for help and did not give the coordinates, he would not be able to find it. Or, he needs to wait until the reincarnation gold worm lair slowly recalls the reincarnation gold worm, and then he can return with these reincarnation gold worms to find the reincarnation gold worm lair. We can only wait for the reincarnation of the golden worm to disappear, and follow the reincarnation of the golden worm to wait for the opportunity. Yi Tian thought to himself. He felt that even if he waited until then, he might not be able to come back, because at that time, there would be no reincarnation golden worms in the ruins of reincarnation, which means that there is no way to get out. But what will happen will be known in time. Years go by. Hundreds of thousands of primordial era years have passed. At this time, Yi Tian used the origin of the golden worm of reincarnation and the true liquid of reincarnation to finally raise the will of the origin realm to the limit of the second bottleneck. At this time, he can go to the impact of the third balance. Reincarnation true liquid is helpful for breakthrough, plus the 3-source secret medicine, the hope of breakthrough should be great. Yi Tian immediately started to break through. Reincarnation true liquid, swallow a drop. 3-source secret medicine, swallow 1. Yi Tian immediately began to strike the balance for the third time, and this time he felt that he should have a chance to break through the corpse successfully. Chapter 2719 Ruins Shuttle Formation. Boom. Yi Tian's reincarnation clear sky body, reincarnation clear sky origin, and primordial realm will are slowly breaking through, the bottleneck is broken, and the breath is constantly increasing. After a long time, his body began to transform, and his realm was breaking through. Gradually, he stepped into the third level of balance. At this time, he found that the balance force created by the fusion of his 3 forces became stronger and stronger. Obviously, this path was correct. After 9 times of balance, the 3 forces were all integrated into one, and then it was the real terror. Another time passed. At this time, Yi Tian's realm was stable. My current strength should be equivalent to the origin upper realm overlord who has been awakened 6 times, or even stronger. If I use the reincarnation arcana, I will face those origin upper realm overlords who have not had the reincarnation awakening for the 7th time. 4, 5, 3, should not be weak at all. Yi Tian thought to himself. With such strength, apart from those sleeping ancient existences, he is almost invincible. However, he is very low-key, and other origin upper realm overlords don't know what his strength is. Years passed, and gradually, the golden worms of reincarnation had to leave the ruins of reincarnation. At that time, the overlords of the origin upper realm would also be able to go to the ruins of reincarnation to find resources, without worrying about the golden worms of reincarnation attacking them. At this moment, Yi Tian also copied several reincarnation golden worms to replicate their bodies, and was ready to follow other reincarnation golden worms to return to the nest. This day, Yi Tian's reincarnation golden bug replica body felt the call and attraction, and instinct was about to return to the nest. Moreover, this instinct is hard to resist. He did not resist either, and returned directly to the lair of the golden insects of samsara. The cloned bodies of several reincarnation golden worms he copied entered a total of 3 reincarnation golden worm nests, which were located at different nodes. Whoa whoa whoa! A large number of reincarnation golden insects disappeared from the ruins of reincarnation, and in an instant, there was not a single reincarnation golden insect in the ruins of reincarnation. After returning to the reincarnation golden worm lair, Yi Tian's eyes focused on the trees inside the lair that contained the reincarnation true sap. The reincarnation gold bug began to fall asleep. And his duplicate body also began to fall asleep, unable to resist that power at all. No wonder there isn't a single golden worm of samsara in the ruins of reincarnation. Once they return to their lair, they will all fall asleep during this period. If they are all asleep, how can they go out? Several reincarnation golden worm cloned bodies fell asleep without resistance, and even the real body cloned body could not wake up the sleeping reincarnation golden worm cloned body. You can only give up these few golden worms of reincarnation to copy the body, otherwise it will be a complete waste to occupy the copy body quota. Subsequently, Yi Tian lifted the cloned bodies of these golden worms of reincarnation, and in an instant, the cloned bodies of these golden worms of reincarnation turned into ashes. The secrets contained in the reincarnation golden worm's nest are not small. Those 8 awakened primordial upper realm overlords have not been researched for countless years, and I can't research it at present. When the strength reaches the level of the primordial ancestor, there may be hope. Learn the secret of the reincarnation golden worm's lair, Yi Tian secretly said. After all the golden worms of reincarnation disappeared, the forces of the other side of eternity also began to re-enter the ruins of reincarnation, and for a long time, they would no longer worry about the golden worms of reincarnation. At this moment, Yi Tian is also preparing to let Tianshan Pavilion enter the ruins of samsara. The origin upper realm overlord can enter the ruins of reincarnation at will, but those heavenly ancestors of the origin upper realm cannot break the barriers and enter the ruins of reincarnation. They need to pass through a specific channel before they can enter. And those specific passages are also opened up by using the magic circle to form a portal, which can allow the ancestors to enter. Such formations are also extremely rare. There are overlord-level forces such as Wanggu Tiangong and Zhenshenjicheng, but Tianshan Pavilion does not. However, such a magic circle is not too complicated. With his current state, it can be created with a little time. Then, in the next period of time, Yi Tian researched and created a magic circle to enter the ruins of reincarnation from the other side of eternity. After more than 10,000 years of research, he initially created such a magic circle. However, such a magic circle is only a startup, not stable, and needs to be improved. Then, he continued to study and create, and it took more than 500,000 years of the primordial era to perfect it. This magic array, Yi Tian named it the Ruins Shuttle Array. Afterwards, he used a lot of good materials to build the Ruins Shuttle Array and opened up a portal to the ruins of reincarnation. Certainly, it is meaningless to just build the Ruins Shuttle formation. You have to occupy the treasure land of the ruins of reincarnation. Only then can you expand the Tianshan Pavilion. Otherwise, let the Lord of Ice Rain and the Lord of Wind Fang and the others go to the ruins of reincarnation and save 100 lives. It's not enough either. And Yi Tian has really found a lot of unknown treasures. He has been in the ruins of samsara for a long time, and naturally he has found a lot of treasures. Some are very dangerous, but some treasures are not dangerous. Not bad. Although it was useless to him, it was very helpful to Tianshan Pavilion. Then, he wiped out the powerful creatures in those treasure places, and then built the magic circle. These treasure places belonged to Tianshan Pavilion. When they learned that they could enter the ruins of reincarnation, the Lord of Wind Fang and the others were extremely excited. Thank you, Lord of Infinity. The Lord of Wind Fang said excitedly. Yi Tian also warned, except for these treasures occupied by our Tianshan Pavilion, don't go anywhere else, otherwise I won't have time to save you. Yes, the Lord of Wind Fang, Lord of Ice Rain and many other ancestors in the upper realm responded. Subsequently, the Lord of Wind Fang entered the treasures occupied by the Tianshan Pavilion, looking for resources inside, and there were not many dangers, and he could sharpen them, and the harvest was naturally a lot. 5.9. And Yi Tian has also started a new round of closed-door cultivation. After all, he has obtained a lot of resources, and even the true samsara liquid still has a lot of unused resources. It can be said that the resources he has now are more than enough to help him break through to the fourth balance, but it will take a long time. For Yi Tian, if the skin reaches the fourth stage of balance, plus the treasure of reincarnation, he dares to challenge those 8 awakened primordial masters, that is, to deal with ancient existences such as wild ancestors. Years go by, Yi Tian's cultivation level is rapidly improving, and Tianshan Pavilion is also giving birth to one after another, the ancestors of the upper realm, and more geniuses from the other side are recruited. Gradually, the Tianshan Pavilion's status in the middle of the eternal other side became higher and higher, and its reputation became louder and louder. Chapter 2720 Tai-039, Curse the Dragon. Compared with Yi Tian who just joined Fengya Island, the Tianshan Pavilion after the name change is now much stronger than in the past, and the number of heavenly ancestors in the origin realm has increased several times. It can be said that if you join the Tianshan Pavilion, you will definitely become the origin. And the human race has also given birth to several other level geniuses, and there are even more ordinary ancestors. It is conceivable that after the long years in the future, the strength of Tianshan Pavilion and the human race will increase to a terrifying level. In the middle, Mingshan Domain. This is one of the 2 domains currently under the control of Tianshan Pavilion, and the Mingshan Domain has a special treasure, the Land of Sea Swings. The Land of Swinging the Sea is very dangerous, even for the ancestors of the origin and upper realm, it is extremely dangerous. At the beginning, when the Baifeng family was in charge of this place, they did not dare to explore the land of sea swinging, and even Bezu, who was at the level of the overlord of the original upper realm, did not dare to develop the land of swinging seas when he was still alive. However, today's Tiantian Pavilion doesn't know much about the land of swinging seas, and only knows that it is dangerous here. Therefore, the ancestors of Tiantian Pavilion 29 did not develop the land of swinging seas, but dispatched a number of ancestors of the original Middle Realm, and a dozen or so origin ancestors are stationed here. However, this day, the land of the sea was shaking, and it seemed that something was going to happen. Northern Frontier. The Lord of Baidang was chatting with the core members of the Baifeng family, the ancestors of the upper realm. Patriarch, count the time, there should be a problem in the land of the sea, and those guys are probably going to riot. The Lord Xuanyan of the Baifeng family said with a smile. Yeah, the Lord of Baidang nodded, the land of the sea is a good place, but it is also a big trouble. If the ancestors were still alive, if they collected Tai ruins and fed those guys, they could keep 100 million. The time of the primordial era is stable. Even, you can get some benefits from them. But the ancestors have fallen, and we do not have the strength to collect Tai ruins. Those guys are a huge threat to us. If there is no Tiantian Pavilion to occupy the Mingtian area, if so, then we can only withdraw. Now, this trouble belongs to the Tiantian Pavilion. Patriarch, why don't we notify Tiantian Pavilion? If we don't notify Tiantian Pavilion doesn't know the information, and I'm afraid it will suffer heavy losses. Said the Lord Xuanyan. Why do you say that? The Lord of Baidang sneered. Tiantian Pavilion is growing too fast. With their growth rate, the two domains can't satisfy them. Gradually, they will suppress our growth. The pavilion blesses you, but do you want to always submit to the Tiantian Pavilion? The expansion of the Tiantian Pavilion is not good for us, and we have an agreement with the Endless Lord of the Tiantian Pavilion. As long as the Endless Lord does not fall, we can deter the quartet, and other forces are still don't dare to invade our Baifeng family. Therefore, as long as the Lord of Endless is not dead, it doesn't matter if the other origin realm ancestors of Tiantian Pavilion are dead. 1. After hearing this, the other heavenly ancestors of the origin and upper realm felt that it was very reasonable. The Infinity Lord won't take revenge on us after the incident. They worry about this problem. Revenge us. The Lord of Baidang sneered, what does this have to do with us? We don't know if the group of monsters rioted. We can absolutely say that the ancestors regarded the land of the sea as a forbidden place. As for the land of the sea, we don't know the information about the land. We are the only ones who really know the secrets of the land of the sea, and the other ancestors of the Baifeng family don't know. How can we trouble us? That's right. Several ancestors of the origin and upper realm suddenly realized. In short, this matter is beneficial to the Baifeng family, and it is a disaster for Tiantian Pavilion. The land of swinging seas, deep. One after another terrifying creatures woke up from the depths, and then came out from the depths of the sea. These terrifying creatures are similar to dragons, but they exude a cursed breath. The power of the curse spreads out, forming a terrifying field. The general origin realm heavenly ancestor will die on the spot if it approaches. These creatures are called the cursed dragons of Tyr. At this time, the origin realm heavenly ancestor who guarded the land of swinging sea also sensed something bad, and the danger of death pervaded. Immediately, they sent a message to Tiantian Pavilion for help, and they quickly escaped from here. However, they were still a step too late. One cursed dragon came out from the land of swinging seas, and the power of the curse filled the air. Because the speed was too slow, an ancestor of the Tiantian Pavilion was directly covered, and his body instantly turned into powder. In the blink of an eye, several origin heavenly ancestors fell. You must know that Tiantian Pavilion has not lost a single ancestor of the origin for a long time, but this time it is a huge loss. Tiantian Pavilion. The Lord of Windfang and the Lord of Ice and Rain got the news and were ready to go to the land of swinging seas. However, Yi Tian's other copy body rushed over immediately, and he was also idle, so after he got the news, he naturally ran over immediately. This also reduced Tiantian Pavilion's huge losses. Otherwise, if the Lord of Windfang and Lord of Ice and Rain were to deal with them, they would have to die. Yi Tian's speed is very fast now, and he has quickly arrived at the land of swinging seas. At this time, many cursed dragons have already run out, and there is only one primordial central heavenly ancestor who is stationed here. Just when this origin middle realm heavenly ancestor was about to fall, Yi Tian took action. Court death. Yi Tian slapped it down. Boom. One cursed dragon was smashed by him and died on the spot. These cursed dragons are not weak, the weakest are comparable to the top origin middle realm heavenly ancestors, the powerful are comparable to the origin upper realm heavenly ancestors, and even the top origin upper realm heavenly ancestors Tai cursed dragons. But, in front of Yi Tian, these Tai cursed dragons are like ants. Soon, he killed all these Tai cursed dragons outside. This is the land of the sea, and there are so many Tai cursed dragons hidden. Yi Tian did not expect this situation either. The Ming Mountain region is too big, and there are many treasures, so he doesn't have the mind to explore these treasures one by one, so he ignores them. In fact, even if they sensed it and found that these Tai cursed dragons were sleeping, they might not care, thinking that the other party would not come out. After all, many creatures in the treasure land can't come out, but Tai cursed dragon can rush out of the sea-swinging land, which is beyond his expectations. Does the Baifeng family know the news and do not report it, or do they not understand the situation? Yi Tian secretly said, but anyway, let's deal with the crisis here first. He directly entered the land of swinging seas, and there were more Tai cursed dragons in it, and there may even be Tai's cursed dragons at the level of origin upper realm overlords.